Good evening there, chat. Hello, Cranny crew. How are we this evening? I hope that everybody is ready for our first full-fledged D&D 5e campaign, or, well, session, or whatever. We're playing D&D, y'all. I'm very excited. We're going to be bringing on our players here in a second. Stream Raiders isn't happening, that's a lie. But we will very soon be meeting our players, playing D&D tonight. Alright, how we doing, everybody?
I'm alive, does that count?
Phenomenal.
I got this lighter in the mail yesterday and I can't stop. The noise is just so nice.
Oh.
Jeez.
Well, that's gonna be fun tonight. So, let's go ahead and introduce everybody. Let's start off with Harley. Harley, introduce yourself to everybody. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everybody. I am Harley, one of the Nook and Cranny mods around here. First time ever playing an official, well, not official, but playing a D&D campaign, seeing as I haven't played in years, so hopefully I get good rolls.
Hell yeah. Alright. On to Mare Bear. What's up, Mare Bear? You're muted. There you go.
I'm great. I'm good. 10 out of 10. Hi. I'm Mare. I've been annoying Nook for, what, 3 years now?
Hey, give or take, yeah.
Give or take, like 3 years now. I don't stream or anything, but I'm fun on TikTok.
That's she does a lot of TikToking. I like the TikToks.
Yeah.
You on the TikTok there?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mare Bear. Lucid. What's going on? Lucid Faith. He had me on a D&D show a while back, and I figured we had to, of course, invite him over here. So glad to have you on, bud.
I really appreciate that. It was a ton of fun playing with you the first time, so, and I definitely want to have you back. But for those who don't know me, hey, I'm Lucid. I'm a family-friendly content creator. I mostly focus on RPGs, Final Fantasy XIV, and mental health, reminding people that you matter. But that's me in a nutshell.
Whoops. Uh-oh. I've ruined it.
Oh no.
There we go. And we're on to Pot. You shut up, Pies. I see that.
I didn't say anything.
See that? So, some of y'all know Pies. Introduce yourself, bud.
Hi, I'm Pies. If you've been around for a long time, I was more active when I was Game Dragon, I think. I've been a mod here for like 3-4 years, and I've been watching for 6. I've been here a while. Also, I have to get used to the fact that I'm a streamer now, so that's also a thing I do.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's fun. I just did a game show for the first time, and that was interesting, but I mostly just stream Dark Souls and Fallout, so.
Nice. Alright. Tonight, to give you a little bit of an intro into the world, everybody, usually I write up stuff. I don't even write anything up, so we're just gonna be playing like real off the cuff. I do have notes and things that I do need to bring up. That would be the important thing that I forgot to do. I was like, there's just something itching at the back of my mind. Oh, it's all of my notes for tonight. Perfect. All right.
Everything you need to know.
All that prep work.
Yeah, right.
Literally just the entire game.
The last week of just pure stress and like,
Oh, jeez.
but joy at the same time. Like a very like, ah, yay!
Art in general. Stress, but joy.
Exactly. All right, so tonight we'll be playing a Dungeons and Dragons game, 5th edition, in the city of Chicago, Illinois, in a modern-day setting. The date is the night before St. Patrick's Day, which I believe was the night of the 6th. You know. Numbers. It's the night before St. Patrick's Day, and it's all through the city. It's quiet. But the thing is that in our modern day world, magic exists. And yeah, Chicago is in Illinois, but like it's kind of its own thing. It's kind of its
You're
own
not
state.
wrong. It's
Like there's
Detroit.
Illinois and then there's Chicago. You're either
Like
from
Detroit.
Chicago. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nobody's from Detroit, Michigan. You're either from Detroit or Michigan.
Yeah.
So the river is about to be dyed green, and the beer, of course, is of course joining in the festivities. Of course, all being turned green as well. St. Patrick's Day in Chicago is a huge event because there's a large Irish population there, and they like Chad is saying, like they dye the river green and the beer green and everything like that. So it is a very big celebration for Chicago. We are going to yeah, we'll just go ahead and start. All right. So we're gonna start. I'm giddy and excited, and I'm like, was that enough of an intro? I don't know.
Oh yeah, that was great.
All right, so I should explain the title, Ripples in the Veil. So the magic world exists all around us, right? Woo, Green River, baby. Chat's killing me. I gotta hide chat.
I'll watch it for you. I got.
I gotta hide chat. Love you. We're in Chicago. Magic exists, but it's hidden from human perception behind what is known as the Veil. And there have been disruptions or ripples in the Veil here recently. And we are going to be diving into an occurrence within one of the ripples in the Veil. The hope is that this show will go on to become a series of one-shots where I'd like to invite other streamers and viewers and subs and whoever else wants to be on to just come and have fun and like play one of these maybe once a month or whatever. But welcome to the first session. We are going to begin in a seedy underbelly of Chicago. We're in back alleys, the L train is running overhead. We lower into a maintenance hatch and goes down into a dark set of stairs, easing down into a very damp, dark place beneath the city. There are fast footsteps running down a hallway, stomping more. You hear the anger in his footsteps, and he slams through a door, and we see a man sitting at the desk, or a chair behind a desk, and a voice says, "You did not tell me we would be doing this. You said we would be helping, but this is causing ripples. Yes, it appears our time to hide is over." And the chair turns, and the head of a snake sits on top of a man's body, a woman's body, sorry, human body is what I mean, a female form, turns around, a huge coil of her, the rest of her behind the chair, and she looks up and she says, "Zhongli, you will do as we say, or we'll have to go and find her." And she holds up a phone, and on the face of the phone is a security camera feed from a jazz club, little dive bar jazz club on the south side. And there is a beautiful woman dancing on stage. She has Japanese fans. She has a flute at her side. And we fade in through the static of the security cam and enter into this vape-filled lounge. Nazumi, would you like to describe your character a little bit?
So, I don't know how far I should describe, like if I should just do my whole background.
I mean, let's do physical appearance right now and we can dig
Okay.
into a little bit more. Yeah.
So I am a fan dancer, as stated. I have black hair, green eyes. I do have ear piercings. I'm always wearing some form of necklace. I'm about 5'4", about 150 pounds. And my favorite things are to dance, to be around music, to be around the arts. And I just love performing. It's one of my many skills.
So this dance that you're performing right now, is it traditional from your hometown? Where would you say what is the dance resembling or like representing right now that you're performing?
The current dance is a modern dance it's a story about a girl, a maiden who meets from my homeland, of a maiden who runs into a demon, and the demon is going to eat her, but she's, persuading her way out with the movements of, if you kill me, you don't get to see me dance, you don't get to hear me sing. And so she's also trying to put him to sleep so she can get away.
All right. Can you roll me a performance check? Let's see how well this is going. I'm gonna have to go over to our map screen for rolls, but
18.
oh hell yeah, 18. So you are this is a dance that is rote for you, but something that is obviously deep-seated in some personal connections, and you are getting lost in the dance itself. People around you are in awe, their jaws open, like if this was the 80s, like a cigarette would be hanging on somebody's lip, and the dance begins to take you, and you begin to reach the apex of this flourish, and you lower the fan, and the audience stops, and the music screeches to a halt as the audience looks on and sees ears protruding from your hair that weren't there a moment ago. Fox-like ears that have suddenly sprung up. Pies, Oliver.
Yep. Hello there.
You are bouncing for this club.
Doing my job.
Hanging out outside, and then you hear from the inside, and the music stops. Can you give us a little physical description of Oliver?
Right. Well, Oliver's a tall Irish lad. He's he's just sort of doing, he's about 6'4", pretty well built. Not much, pretty muscly. He's got a concealed weapon on him. But you don't need to worry about all that. And he works part-time as a firefighter, so pretty cool dude. But yeah, so I'm just gonna charge right in there and go figure out what's going on.
All right. So you crash into the main room, and you see before you a woman, the Japanese dancer that was scheduled for tonight on stage. She has these strange ears coming out of her hair. At the moment, let's see. There are two men that you remember very specifically came in, very clean cut, like white hair, not gray, white, slicked back and very fine skin, fair features, strong jaw. And you remember when they brushed past you, they gave you like a certain sense of, I don't know, they just lodged themselves into your mind, right?
Gotcha.
You spot one of them out of the corner of your eye, making a move toward the stage, aggressively. Not just a subtle walk. Like, it stands out that he is lunging toward the stage.
I'm gonna grab a chair and break it over his head.
Jesus. All right. All right. So go ahead and make an attack.
Easy solutions to complicated problems. Hire Oliver.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Oh no.
Do you want me to roll an unarmed strike or just a d20?
Unarmed, yeah.
I got the nat 1.
So we gotta. So you're like, I've got a great idea, and the chair just like breaks into 2 sticks in your hand. You're like, well, so.
Well, 2 sticks to beat him with.
The man continues to rush towards the stage. Nazumi, you suddenly see someone rushing you. Everyone is eyes on you already, and this man in pure white hair is rushing towards you. What would you like to do?
Either gonna run or gonna beat ass. I'm gonna kick his ass.
All right.
I'm gonna
I love
punch
to
him.
hear that.
All right. So I would be doing an unarmed attack, correct?
You do have your fans out, and are you counting those as like a weapon on you, or?
I would if they were the fire fans. Since I'm doing the Japanese traditional fans, that's only gonna hurt if they're folded up, and even then you're just gonna get like a slight
Smack.
headache.
Yeah.
Smack. I don't like
Sure,
being
sure.
hit with a ruler. Okay. Let's do that. 17.
All right, so the guy is running full force at you, but you haven't really figured out why everybody's surprised at you, right? And so you drop the fans, and as he comes in, you counter a grab that he's got coming at you, and throw him to the ground, and you see that the second one has pulled out a gun from the wall. And he is pointing at you, and he says, "Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to calmly step down from the stage, ma'am. I'm gonna need you to step down. We're on here on authority." So, Pies, you're within 5-10 feet of, or Oliver, you're within 5-10 feet of the guy with the gun at this point. And that's when you hear...
I have a brilliant idea.
Okay, you don't hear a damn thing. What's your idea?
I'm gonna pull out my own gun.
Okay, so Oliver pulls out his gun. Do you got like a one-liner or anything?
A catchphrase.
Hey, hoppity, get off my property.
He lets out a hippity hoppity. The guy, he says, "Well, hey, yeah, I don't think you want that there. This isn't quite involve you there, Oliver."
No Canadians are gonna survive in my club.
From across the way, there's an explosion of it's like girls scream or women scream and men scream and run, and you see oh my god, you see 3 snake-headed patrons of the club emerge from the corner. There's one with this wide set of eyes that almost has like a cobra fan behind it, and the other ones are more humanoid but still have this very slender snake face on them, and they have started moving toward the commotion in the middle of the club. So they step forward.
So, listen. I don't. Have you you all been? I can just like I've got enough bullets for all of you. If you could just kindly leave the room.
And the snake cocks its head at
Just
you.
sort of like just get.
Run after.
I'm gonna need let's go ahead and make an initiative roll for everybody. See what order these things happen in. Everybody in the club. That would be Nazumi and
4.
Oliver. Oh my. Oh my. Okay. What rolls did we get over here? Oliver
very
with
good.
the 4, Nazumi with the 9. Okay.
The pain.
So
The suffering.
Oliver, you're saying, hey, get out of here and all this stuff, and you're giving them the business. You see the big wide set one's eyes pop and the pupils slit, and you feel as if a pair of teeth is being driven into your mind from above.
Haha! It's like shots back at the fraternity.
Let's do... and that does you 9 psychic damage.
Jesus.
Just as you say Jesus, you see in front of you the skin of the one with the gun shine white, like a halogen light is being shown at a mirror, and it is just reflected, and you see his skin start to begin to shine, and it peels down, and the clothes actually begin to shudder in your vision, as you see they are folded up wings, like strapped to his back, and he's holding up this gun toward the woman on stage, who you're now seeing in more of a fox-like form. So, following initiative, we got... So the angel turns, and he's gonna pop one at the snake that just attacked you.
Get him.
I just have to find where my crap is. There's so many windows open. There's so many windows! Alright, there it is.
Luna, I will bap you.
So he turns and just pop, pop, pulls a couple, oh my god, alright. I've rolled 2 nat 20s tonight, you guys, I'm just saying.
At all.
Oh, no.
The first one catches the snake and blows this piece out of its face. What are we rolling on that? 8s, right? So it deals him 8 damage. But you see, I would say, I guess both of you, Nazumi and Oliver, both of you see as the bullets like fire out of the gun, they look like rays of light. Like it looks like the sun is like firing from inside the chamber. You see like rays of light shooting out, and it
fucking cheating.
tears through this snake's head, and it's wounded and holding one of its eyes on the right side of the room. The other angel on the ground picks himself up, and he looks at you, Nazumi, and says, "I'm not here to hurt you, darling. I'm here to help. If you want to come along now, we can help you." And you can see the same thing is happening. You see his skin begins to become this bright white, and the cloth around his the suit looks like it's peeling into feathers that are slowly like bending into this beautiful luminous white. And he's like, "I'm not here to hurt you." So he's kind of offering you some help. How would you like to respond to that, Nazumi?
So, I'm going to take my fans and have one in my belt, one in the other one, or the belt of my kimono, I should say, and I'm just gonna point it at him and be like, "You say that, and yet you both charged at me. But seeing as I see insanity over there, I will follow at a pace behind you, and if you touch me, I will kill you.
Understandable.
Would you like to make an insight check to see if your read on this guy is accurate or not?
Yeah. Boost. 14.
This guy's bullshitting you. He wants you to touch him so that he can take you.
He's a Canadian. Don't trust him.
Canadian.
He's like, well, I don't want to hurt you, doll. So now
Or is he Australian?
I don't know. It's he's an angel. He's from all over, right? They're from everywhere. Anyway, whatever. It's Nazumi. It would be your turn, I believe.
Okay. Well, since I figured out that he's BSing me, I'm gonna try to kill him.
All right.
It's stabbing time. Let's go ahead and pull out my dagger here. I got 4 and 4.
Oh, we need an attack roll
Oh.
first, unless that's included somewhere. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
This isn't
Oh, so it
showing.
would be the hit part of the thing?
Yeah, 2 hit. Right.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Oof.
Okay. 8.
Is that a natural one? Okay. No, it's not. Okay, so an 8.
Four.
The 8, like you swing at him and your dagger feels like it's scraping against stone, like just nothing happens. So your attack slides off. You would technically have some movement left on your turn and a bonus action. Would you like to use that to move, try to get away from him in any way?
Yeah, I'm gonna run. It's
Okay.
time to go.
All right, so you peel off backwards. Let's go ahead and move on to Pies. Yeah, you were at the bottom of the order here, right?
Yeah.
So Oliver, a lot of stuff just happened. What's Oliver gonna do?
Right. So, a bunch of snake people showed up. The
Yep.
weird Canadian man just turned into an angel. And our hired entertainment for the night has left the building. I'm fucking done. I'm leaving. I'm going for a drink. They don't pay me enough for this.
I don't get
I'm
paid enough for
turning
shit.
around, and I'm walking out the door.
You just leaving,
I'm just leaving.
just straight up leaving.
They
I
can
love
have the bar. The liquor's fake anyways.
it. Okay. So Oliver drops the 2 sticks he was holding, and they go clack, 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 clack against the ground as he turns around and begins to leave. At the top of the order, we go back to the snakes.
Nope.
Listen, the alcohol's all watered down anyways. You can have it.
I can just see it dropping it, hands up. Nope.
No. As you turn around, you actually feel. I'm gonna jump out of order, but I'm DM. Deal with it. You feel an angel's hand on your back. You're pretty close to him. He grabs you, and you feel. Wow! You feel wow! There aren't words for wow. You feel incredible. You're completely healed of the damage that was done earlier,
Oh,
and
nice.
He like looks in your eye, like gets within vision to look at you. You see he is completely transformed into this glowing-eyed angel that you would more recognize from your Sundays at church as one of the archangels of Saint Peter.
God damn it.
And he's like, he goes, "Oh, my soldier girl, you must." Wait, that's the wrong voice. That's your accent. Oh, well, there's a lot of accents being thrown around tonight, all right? He grabs you, he goes, my soldier
Yes.
God,
Yeah?
we need to take out these snakes, and we need to take out that fox lady. Are we
I
clear?
have a hard bargain.
Jeez.
No.
You do have a heart of bargain, good sir. Can I roll insight to see if this dude's just full of shit?
Totally.
Okay. I'm gonna roll my fancy d20. Maybe it won't screw me over.
Fancy D20.
That is going to be... insight is, luckily a +1, so that's gonna be a 14.
He's telling you the truth. He
Oh, well.
is who he says he is, and he wants you to help him.
Yeah, sure. Alright, let's do it.
All right. So he turns, pulls up his weapon, and the snakes are charging at both of you. The one snake is going to land. Let's see. Look at my things. I said land, but I need to actually look at stats. That misses, and then the one on you. Oh, these take longer to load than I wanted them to. So the second snake hits. So as you turn around from this discussion from the Archangel, the second snake slams down a scimitar that it pulls out from under a suit jacket.
On me?
On you.
Ah, shit, my face.
And does 10 damage. 10 slashing damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Cuts you right open, and you are you were suddenly bleeding profusely from a bad wound. That would move on to the angels, right? So the angel who just avoided the attack pulls up his gun. Let me do a couple rolls, see how these things work out here. Yeah, he puts the snake down as it tries to grapple him, and he goes pop pop and just blows the snake's brains out right there on the floor of the
I like
the jazz
this
club.
angel.
He go and that'd be his turn. He turns around and starts like moving toward the snake that's on you or near you. Next up would be Nazumi.
Oh boy.
So there's a dead snake. There's you're kind of between two angels right now. But the like west side, the left side of the jazz club seems open to you. Could be a possible way out.
Oh boy. It's either gonna be a way out or a trap. Oh Jesus Christ. I'm gonna make a mad dash because I don't trust anybody now. Like, I'm mad dashing out of here.
Okay, so yeah, you can full on sprint. The angel behind you is you hear him be like, no, wait down, come on, and he tries to like follow you as
Hell
you
to the
dash
no.
off. You dash into like an employees only exit into a maintenance hall and start making your way out of the building from where you were escorted in to perform tonight. Back over to Oliver. You've got a snake on you. Behind the snake is an angel.
I'm just gonna start shooting. This angel can probably take it if I accidentally hit him.
All right.
Listen, he's glowing and it's fine. I'm gonna just shoot the one in front of me, just
All
right
right.
in the face. That's gonna be an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Then a D10. Oh, that's unfortunate. No, wait, that's it's like Norse writing, so sometimes I can't quite read it. That's going to be a 10.
10 damage, nice. So yeah, you blow a part of its shoulder off, and it reels back away from you. And it looks around, one dead, the other one is wounded still in the corner, like holding its head. It can't really make sense of anything. It starts to back off and run. Would you like to make an opportunity attack?
Yes, I'm gonna shoot
right.
it again.
Do it.
That's only gonna be a 16.
That is.
Okay. So then, roll. There we go. That's gonna be a 4.
All right, 4 damage. You pop it in the back, and it hisses wildly, and it looks back, but it still keeps moving, hobbling, hurting, and it goes over to the other one and tries to start to leave. The angel looks at your wounds, and begins like examining and says it looks like oh boy, yeah, they definitely suck
I
there.
shot it real good.
You're a real good shot, I tell you that, kid. But this
ya.
gash, though, they're obviously soaking their scimitars and something. I think we're gonna have to. You mind if I just
Stings real bad.
if I just
think I'm
fly you
bleeding to
off? I
death.
got a place that I could drop you off. I know a guy that could probably take care of you. Is that all right?
I'm
if I
currently
just
bleeding to death, so I'll take it.
Hey, there we go. I'll just fly you off then. So, this archangel picks you up, begins holding you, and just like magically flies out the front of the jazz club, and the jazz doors like as you disappear into the night sky. We return to the alley as a door slams shut, and Natsumi rushes into the alleyway. A light flicks on down the alleyway, Natsumi.
Oh,
Click.
Jesus. Oh. I don't want to go near it, but I also want to know what happens.
Gotta advance the plot.
Wild night here, kid?
Who are you?
I got a safe place for you. They won't be able to find you. Promise.
And why should I trust you?
You hear a click click of a kickstand, and the light tilts over as you realize it's a motorcycle. A tall, slender woman steps off the bike, and her hair is this mess that she releases from under her bike helmet. Her hair hisses, it seems, or seems in a way. And she goes, I know what it looks like, doll, but I promise I'm not with them.
Still don't trust.
You can make an insight check if you would like to.
I was about
for
to
sure.
ask. I was like, I really need to.
Bam. That's a natural 20. Natural 20 in the insight. You recognize her from like a folklore study class. That's Medusa. And like she's speaking the truth. That she absolutely wants to care for you. You hear the soothing nature in her voice. She's very much wants to get you out of here and escort you to a safe place.
You know what? I could use the rest. Need the shelter to figure out what in the hell is going on. Let's go.
She tosses you a second helmet, slips hers on, and she says, "Go, hold on tight. We'll be there shortly." And you rumble off down the alleyway into the Chicago streets, headed north. We sat down at... let me find my stuff real quick.
I want to drive off into the night with Medusa.
We sat down at a Southside hospital, Advocate Trinity Hospital. The Archangel lands with Oliver in his arms and helps Oliver inside. Oliver, you follow his gait and his walk as he's walking along, and he seems to like just walk through a wall at some point, and he like hangs a left, and like you're like walking upstairs that aren't there, but then you see them for a moment, and then
Einstein's rolling in his fucking grave.
a curtain is pulled, and we see behind it Oran Ryuki. Oran, would you like to describe your character?
Sure. So Oron has very pale white skin, long black hair pulled back into like a high ponytail. Is very well kept, manicured, and he has hazel eyes. Stands about 5'11". Looks kind of young, probably in his early 30s.
All right. So you're on duty tonight, and you have been seeing just like general patients throughout the night. People have come to you with magical ailments and what have you. Some like sprites with the common cold that don't know how to deal with it. And suddenly one of your walls is a rush to the side as an archangel enters your office, and your blood kind of like boils a little bit. Like it's like not that you're angry, but you feel it just kind of like rushing around. And he puts down a big bulky Irishman on your table. And he says, hey, it looks like they've been using some sort of poison. I don't know if they got this from the Fey realm or whatever, but I was wondering if you could just take a look at this, possibly suture him up, get him back on the road. He's just coming to. He just started seeing the veil. He just saw me. He actually, he's cool. So,
Hey, I got a hole in my chest.
Sure. Yep. I finished with the patient I was working with. I rush over to a side and grab like gauze and needles and everything else I need.
But I would also like to input. I saw that when you zoomed in on Lucid, blood hunger. I want to roll insight real quickly to make sure this guy's not going to eat me.
Based on what?
Just the fact that I've been brought to some strange place, and I don't know anyone here, and now this guy's grabbing a bunch of tools. And I don't know the guy who brought me here either. This could be an organ harvesting place.
Fair. All right, do it. I just didn't want us metaing too much, but for sure.
Wait, that's like an 11.
I mean, with an 11, you...
Is there an ice bath nearby? They're gonna put me in.
No, I don't. There's no signs of organ retrieval.
He doesn't want to become Charlie the Unicorn.
Is there a way that you would be able to explain this for your character, Lucid? How you convey that you aren't like going to... Yeah.
Sure. So when Oran turns around and sees all of the blood, there is a moment where Oliver and Oran meet eyes. And there's a moment where Oran's not sure what's going to happen, and then takes a deep breath. And you can swear you see a small pointy tooth out of one side of his mouth. Takes a deep breath and kind of steadies himself to continue and prepare for what he needs to do.
So how would you like to go about this? Would you like to use one of your kit uses, or like a medical or a medicine check or something?
Yeah, we can totally do one of the healer kit.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, using some of that stuff, I grab all of my gauzes and everything, and I got a 6.
Right on. So you're healed up for 6 points.
Okay,
Oliver.
I'm significantly less dead now.
And Oran, I'd like you to make a... Oh, that's the one thing I didn't pull up. Hold up. 1 second. Oh, yeah. Make me a medicine check.
Medicine, for sure.
Yeah.
Please don't roll a 6 on this one.
An 11.
11. Okay. I would say that you're able to like isolate whatever was added to the blade here. I don't know if you're able to identify it right away, but you are able to gather like a sample to examine later if you'd like, as you're patching Oliver up.
For sure. So is Oliver stable at the moment? Did I like stop the poison at least?
Yeah,
I
you I mean, uh with an 11, I'd say that you're sure in your abilities that yeah, he's fine. And that the
Hopefully.
yeah, I mean, you're sure in what you've done.
Okay. Do I know this angel, by the way?
Does Oron go to church? Or
No.
just like know him from the Veil or whatever.
Right.
I wouldn't say that you'd know him personally, but you recognize this as one of St. Peter's archangels.
Okay.
And that they don't hang around very, like they don't come down very often unless it is on. They're like the FBI of heaven, you know. It's like they only go if they need to, that kind of thing. So
I'm being very quick and kind of staying away from him as much as possible.
Sure, yeah. He's very like he's very lax where where he shouldn't be, like yeah, you know, and he like puts his foot up on a thing and like sits down like, yeah, we were over at this jazz club, you know, like he's kind of a dick.
While I'm being like the doctor walks away for a sec, I'm gonna reach into my coat pocket and pull out a flask and just start aggressively drinking in the hospital.
I'm fine with that. I'm busy. The doctors are probably going to come back. I'm just wearing scrubs. I go back to attending IVs and helping out the other patients if he's stable.
All right, great. The angel goes, hey, I don't know, these snakes. You see any of these snakes around here, Orion? See any of these snakes here? He knows your name, but there's no reason he should know your name other than, like, he's an archangel.
I'm just going to accept that because it's an archangel. Sure.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I have seen any. Like come through the clinic or anything, have they?
No, there haven't been any snake humanoid or really, I mean, rarely reptiles are even seen in this area, or reptilian species of the Veil. So, snakes is weird.
Yeah, snakes. No, we mostly deal with elves, halflings, dwarves. Sometimes we get a tiefling in every once in a while. No snake people though. No.
I'd probably stay away from them tiefling folks. But you know, if they you know do what you do, that's fine. But St. Peter's, he's got his all jimmies in a rustle about these snakes. You know, and it's St. Patrick's Day. It seems a bit on the nose, you know, with the snakes in Ireland. But you know,
I was gonna say it seems like a really bad pun. Like I'm just
right. Yeah, I
just
don't.
kind
It's
of,
cosmic joke of some sort here, but
very lazy.
you know, the only thing that I can think of, or the only other connection, I got stuff to do. Let me tell you, I'm an angel. But over there, we got there's some pixie folk. You know where the pixie folk are at, Oron? And he points over you, and you would know that the pixies are known as like the people of the mounds, within folklore, and the the mounds that they have chosen within Chicago to make their homes in are the baseball mounds of White Sox Stadium and Chicago Cubs Stadium. So the closest like access that you could find to the mounds people would be to go over to White Sox Stadium and check them out. And he's like, you know, I'd go, but I gotta go back and do paperwork at this club now. You know, like the situations here is kind of settled. I got, you know, I know what Oliver did. I know what you did. I can go back. I gotta go fill that paperwork. You know how it is. You see it. But, you know, just go check, you know, go talk to the Pixies. Maybe they'll know something about the snake.
Goodbye.
And he sort of delegates to me and then just walks away.
As he's like walking off, I mean, you feel free to talk to him, but like he's just kind of like, well, yep, that's all, I just feel like that's the only thing I know what to do.
I should really do less mushrooms.
Yeah, you should actually. I don't know. I'm with the drinking. Not too much now, huh?
I let him keep talking and just mind my own business. I don't want to engage with him too much, so I just smile and nod.
All right. So as he backs out and the door closes, the two of you are left alone. Is there anything that you two would say to each other? Any conversations that would happen here that you can think of before we move on?
So, like, when you say tieflings, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so back in base camp, we had this one nerd who was always talking about, like, the game with all the dungeons and the dragons?
Yeah, I think I've heard of it. Mm-hmm.
Dungeons and Dragons, that one. Anyways, he plays a tiefling, right? Are they just as horny as he was?
No, not all of them. Most.
That's good.
Most
That'd get
are
really
not like
awkward
that.
really fast. So, that's good. Anyways,
Sure.
I'm gonna go, to church, tell them I'm ready to stop doing drugs. This has just been a whole trip.
Yeah, so since he mentioned you're just seeing the veil, seeing through it for the first time.
Yeah, have fun LARPing. I'm gonna go, take a nap or something.
I reach over to a drawer and I grab, a little card, for my personal number, and I'm like, hey, if you ever need help, if you are hurting and you don't know where to go, call me. And I hand him my card.
Are you running a cult?
No, I'm a nurse. I just want to make sure people are okay.
Got it.
So Oliver, you're I don't know if you're getting ready to leave or whatever, but
yeah, I'm just I'm just walking out the door.
I mean,
again.
yeah,
I'm
but
trying
that
to do it
wall
this time.
that you walked through.
Right. There's a wall.
Yeah, it's a weird.
You guys have a front door here?
Yes. Let me show you out. And I escort him through and make sure he gets back into the actual main complex of the hospital.
Sure.
So from there, he can just follow signs.
Yeah. Just follow the green line down the hallway out. That one of those things. Sure. All right.
Yep.
So,
Yes,
left
I'm
to
gonna
right.
do that.
So Oliver is set on his own toward the exit of the hospital. We are gonna go uptown now. And into an older part of town that's starting to be taken over by some younger folk. It's Wicker Park, and it's the place where the hipsters go to find their record stores and their old books and their their coffee shops and stuff like that. It's the place we go hang out, right? It is late in the night, and a motorcycle is pulls up outside a dilapidated, fallen-in shop. Medusa kicks the kickstand and gets off and helps you, Nezumi, off the bike. She gestures and says, yeah, so the lady in there, she'll take care of you. Don't worry. She's real nice. She takes care of fine things, as do I. So, why don't you just go, I'll show you. And so she starts walking toward the door, and you're walking toward just this, crappy building. Nothing is there. The glass is broken. The, door isn't even whole. She walks up to the door. She's like, nah, you can do it. Yeah, I believe. And
I'm just gonna look at her like, the fuck she just say to me?
she steps aside for you to
Door.
walk forward. There's a door in your way.
Oh. I know you just helped me, and I got here in one piece on a motorcycle. But have you been drinking? That's a door.
God.
Is it unlocked?
She like as you're talking, she puts her arm around you and pushes through, and the door like it looks like you're like you've I'm trying to find the right word because I don't know it's dived or dove. You've dived into a pool. You dove into a pool. You've
Dived
you
into a
divided yourself into the water, right? So no, it looks like water is like splitting, like past your face, as you enter like thick foliage and like leaves and this like fresh smell of just plants and wilderness, and you even hear like little crickets and little bugs chirping a little bit, and birds in the distance. As the leaves clear, you're in a beautiful little old bookshop. Whoa.
Well, my immediate reaction is you just said bookshop, and I want to run around and grab books. Run and grab the books.
I mean, do you do that? Does Nazumi do that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a second and be like, whoa, this is beautiful. Books! And just take off running to a random bookshelf and start looking at the titles and grabbing anything I see interesting.
So, go ahead and enter when you would like, Tully.
Oh god. Wait, did she like out loud go books?
Yes.
You just hear from like some other room. Who the fuck's out there? What?
Oh dear, it's Medusa. I brought you another lost soul to take care of. You got extra room down in the artifacts place, right?
Another?
You ain't here.
I mean, yeah, but Medusa, what the fuck? It's like 2 in the morning.
And so she begins to well, let's go say so. Tully, you step out into the main area of the bookstore, right? Let's go ahead and get a description of Tully.
Just like pushes back a curtain angrily, just. What you see is a fairly tanned, definitely not as pale as I am. Young lady, really bright blue eyes. She's got some dyed, shorter purple hair. She looks really fun. And then you notice that she's got horns coming out of her head. And then you notice that she's got like a deer's nose. And then, of course, you realize that what you thought was like pants is some like furry legs. And Tully is just this like 5'4", 5'5", little satyr.
Huh.
Yeah, so
Who's
Tully
trying to
steps
touch
out.
my books?
Me. I touch the books. Only I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna be looking at stuff and then hear and be like,
So yeah, Tully, you come out to see Medusa, who is someone that you know throughout the city is like this. She goes and helps like women in need or any person in need, really. And you have been one of those places that she has brought a person to be like, hey, just like for a day or something, like put them downstairs, you know, that kind of thing. And so she has brought you this person, and this person, you notice is like got ears of a fox, and like there's like foxy like fur sticking out of their face now. And Nazumi, you turn and like catch your reflection in one of the windows that is now full and whole, and you just see like a fox girl. You don't see like yourself. You see this fox thing looking
half
back
fox,
at you.
half human. Like, excuse me.
Yeah, okay. And then the books just like drop to the floor.
I just dropped the books. Fucking excuse me? What happened? What?
For real, I chose you.
Jesus. Probably gonna go up to my reflection and just start like doing that thing that everybody does where you're touching your face and touching your ears, be like, okay, this is new.
Totally. So with that said, Medusa sits and like begins explaining the events from the night. She begins telling you about the veil of this ancient, arcane construct of magic that was meant to split the magic worlds and the realms from the human world for reasons lost to time. And that this veil, sometimes it welcomes people in, and some people never see beyond the veil at all. She tells you, Tully, about the snakes, about the angels. She was scouting out the place before the performance began, wanting to help the new girl in town, and was there in case something went wrong, right? And it did. Yeah.
I mean, I would just ask why they were after me in the first place. Because if I don't know anything, why would they attack me?
Right. Medusa goes, well, you know the old story, the old St. Patrick's Day, and his whole deal with the snakes and all that, you know. So it makes sense why the angels were there for the snakes, but I still don't know why the snakes are there. And you see like her like hair kind of like undulating a little bit and like curls up into like a beautiful bun on her head.
Nice.
Doesn't Medusa turn people to stone?
She's wearing, I did forget to mention that she's wearing mirror aviators.
Gotcha.
No, she's just doing a real good job of not looking anybody.
She's had LASIK since then.
She's had LASIK.
No, it wasn't even meant to be for that. Just Medusa went in for normal LASIK, but they really messed up, and now she doesn't have eyes.
Oh God, Jesus. Snake me, dude. So. She begins explaining all of these things.
Okay.
And let's say let's return to Oliver.
Okay.
Yeah, what's up? So, I'm gonna go find a place that's not infested with snake people and pretend this didn't happen.
Go ahead and roll, since you have openly said that you're doing drugs and drinking.
In the enclosed room of a hospital.
Well, the DM heard, and that's really all that
confidentiality.
matters.
It's a violation.
It's a violation.
Go ahead and make me a I guess survival. Yeah, survival roll to find your way.
Many drugs.
Well, no, it's this is more about pathfinding,
Gotcha.
like a navigation, like as you're.
I'm not using this thing again. It hates me. I got a 6.
Oh my God! So
I'm manual rolling from now on.
you are so confused, my guy. You were just here for a normal job. You saw snake people and angels and all this stuff. You've been drinking since you could find your flask again, and you don't know the combination of drugs that's kept you stable to this point. And you begin seeing, as you're walking down the street, you begin seeing like other people that look like horned devils. You think about the tiefling that you were talking about, and you're like, oh my god, was that a tiefling? And you're walking down, you see like this like really beautiful slender woman in a nice evening gown, or a nice dress for the evening.
What's the twist?
But then you look up and see where her eyes actually are, and she's like this gigantic ogre, like hovering over her true form.
No, you read too much Percy Jackson.
I saw the one movie.
Get out.
No. Get
out.
Canceled.
Canceling you on Twitter.
And we're done. Game over. All right.
Can we Lucid from the chat? Just for that.
The movie was good.
It was not.
So.
Yeah,
It was
no. I'll go on a
mediocre.
rant. Go.
So. Now I'm lost. See what you did? Did? Now I'm lost. So
Anyways,
you're walking down the street, and you're just seeing all these magical creatures. You're seeing stores and places that you didn't think there were. You're seeing alleyways that are actually like doorways and stairways that go under the city into different places, and like hidden apartments that are stacked on top of the Chicago apartments that you haven't seen before. And in this haze, you black out in this blur, and find yourself
Now my organs are getting stolen.
no, yeah. You knew it was coming. You find yourself face down on soft grass, and you're just like, oh yeah,
That doesn't exist in Chicago.
that's the stuff. Oh yeah, it does, dude. There's parks all over Chicago. That's the great thing about Chicago. Don't even. That's like 80% of Chicago is it's the other way around. Like 20% of Chicago is like, you know, grass and stuff. You find yourself face down on grass, and you're smelling it. It's this muddy, earthy scent. And you're like, you look up and you see some railroading. You see the pitcher's mound of the White Sox Stadium. You have managed to bumble your way through the veil directly to where that angel had just put this location in your head. Thankfully,
like
to your low roll, I didn't have to explain anything else.
I'm incredibly talented.
So you awake at the mound. You look around, and you're surrounded by empty seats and shut off lights, and this place is haunting and overwhelming with the size. And you look up at the mound, and your vision's kind of coming in and out, and it looks like you see the plate up top. There's a place where you can, that's been pushed away. You see the top of the mound has just been messed up a lot. You see like dirt's been pushed and pulled, and like it's not the nice little mound that a pitcher mound is, right? And you remember, that ditty, right?
I'm gonna walk over to it.
All right. I mean,
and
as
I'm gonna poke it.
All right, so you put your hands on it, and your finger, like, you expect it to just stop. It's dirt, right? But it goes, and your arm starts to just like get pulled in by this pitcher's mound, and you're like, maybe I don't want to go, but then like gravity takes over, and it's like, oh well, I guess I'm going now.
I would like to attempt to cut my arm off so I don't fall through
with
a knife.
You have a knife on you? All right.
Probably.
So, the mound is pulling you in, and Oliver whips out a knife. But let's see. Make a dex save to see if you
Oh
can
God.
beat how fast you get sucked into this thing. I know,
Oh,
Lucy.
15.
I know, man. So you, Jesus Christ, dude, you stab yourself in the arm. You just go for it. Roll yourself some damage. You just like, I'm not going today, not today, and just
This is how
start
you
going.
get your organs stolen, people.
Sure.
Well, at least he has my card.
It's
a 3. It's a 3.
So you do that much damage to yourself, and then you plummet into the mound anyway because you were pulled in.
Dang.
You fall into this small dark spot, your knife in your arm, bleeding, and there are on the walls little just orbs of light that are like hovering in these like glass enclosures, and they kind of just line the walls. But you smell something wrong. You smell something kind of rancid in here. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, and I can give you more of the scene here.
I'm really glad that I didn't choose to be like a cleric or anything, with Pies doing all of this.
Where did that dice roll?
Oron's gonna run out of medical supplies at this rate.
That's a 16.
Yeah. So you're that fall, your head smacks the ground, and your vision stabilizes finally. And you look around and see these grooves in the dirt. They're like things have been dragged to the spot. As you're looking around the grooves, there are spats of blood. There is a dead leprechaun in the.
I want to loot the leprechaun.
Okay.
Listen.
Hey, man. You get the chance. You go for
Yeah.
it. I respect
If you would said
that.
any other monster, I would have just not immediately jumped for it. But that he might have gold pieces on him.
Can I just like search a treasure table real quick?
Yeah.
Just blatant thievery, not a hi, how you doing, where am I? Just, steal time.
All right,
It's a dead
roll
leprechaun.
roll a D100.
Oh boy. Okay.
Dead ass leprechaun just getting looted.
29.
So you find $50.
Hell yeah.
This guy's got $50 on him. You pocket the 50.
Hell yeah.
And you look up and like its throat has been bit. It's got these like huge like sunk holes in it. Around the area there is one wound, or like one other snake person that was killed here, like slumped up in the corner. Other than that, you're seeing small holes and hovels where these smaller creatures can obviously fit into, and have created homes like inside these little burrows, right?
Yeah.
So what would you like to do from here, being down here, having that information?
Right. I got $50. I'm gonna pick a direction and walk in it.
Well, as far as like the place that you're in, okay, yeah, you know, that's fine. Yeah. So
I don't really have a better
you're-
hint of where to go, so.
Yeah. Go ahead and make me a. Let's do a perception check as you're making your way along these long halls.
15.
15. So yeah, you're able to find decent path through the halls and keep your vision. You grab one of like the little fairy lights and bring it along with you to kind of like light your way, and the tunnel gets smaller and smaller, and we see Oliver like disappear into the darkness under White Sox Stadium.
Nice.
Let's return to Oron. So Oron, it's about the end of your shift. You're just taking care of that crazy guy. The angel came in. What does Oron want to do after his shift now that he's kind of tidied up?
Well, what the angel was saying about the Pixie's Mound has probably been on my mind the entire time, especially with apparently snakes attacking people with poison. I need to figure out what this poison is so I can treat people. If this is going to become something more, I'll probably go back to my apartment, grab some gear, and head to White Sox Stadium and try to investigate this and see what I can learn about the poison.
Okay. You don't have any trouble getting there. You know the way.
Okay.
You know some shortcuts through the Vale and find your way pretty quickly. Once you're there, you're making your way to the stadium, or like through like the halls and of the seats and everything, and you come up to like a pair of bars, like security bars, and you're looking through, and you see the guy that you just patched up earlier fall through the pitcher's mound.
Through it.
Through the pitcher's mound, like it's quicksand.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And you see that at one of these security checkpoints and begin like making your way through in order to get back out onto the field, right? Once you're on the field, you want to just go investigate that. What's your plan here?
Yeah. Since I knew that he was just an ordinary person, for the second time and one night being sucked beyond the veil, I'm gonna go straight to that mound to see if I can't get in and help him. Because he's probably over his head. So
Cool.
yeah, I'd like to go investigate the mound.
And over his head.
I got a gun.
So yeah, go ahead and make a perception check on the mound.
Perception? Sure.
Yeah.
I got a natural 1.
That's rough.
You've seen a baseball mound before, and that guy
Mhm.
sure did fall through it. It's soft up top and hard around the edges. There's a trickle of blood, and you're not sure why.
Interesting.
That doesn't sound
Can I
healthy.
taste the blood?
Yeah. It smells familiar, and it's human. Smells familiar from that night. The blood alcohol content makes sense to you.
Yeah. Okay. Can I take out my katana and like start poking at the mound, trying to see if there's any kind of triggers or activate some kind of portal or something like that?
Sure. As you push through, it just kind of sinks, and you feel this like it's not quicksand, but there's some sort of strange gravity that's like pulling into this thing. And as you like explore more into it, you feel your sword start to like come out of your grasp, and be pulled into this mound.
Okay, I would love to just follow it. Just jump straight in.
Sure. So you slide into the mound, safe, and you do like a cool hero landing.
3-point.
3-point. That's right. Sword.
No. I gotta roll athletics or acrobatics for that.
So you fall in, you get in there, and you start looking around. You see You smell that particular trail of blood lead off in one direction, but as you look around, you see all these drag marks, these like signs of battle. There's a dead snake person leaned up against a wall in one corner. There's a dead leprechaun, and this place, the Pixies, that is usually lively and loud and full of parties and raucous laughter and drinking and all these things, it is silent, and it is the night before St. Patrick's Day. What the fuck?
Okay. Okay.
That's like the bunk that triggers in your head.
Where is everybody? That's weird. Can I check the snake and the leprechaun and just verify that they are actually dead and try to figure out how long, like if so, how long they've been dead?
Sure. The leprechaun, yeah. Yes. Did you hold up? Did somebody roll something just now? No.
I rolled
No.
the perception check a couple minutes ago.
I
the
just
last
heard
one for
it
me.
pop for some reason. I just heard the bloop, and I was like, "What?" But yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check on these bodies and tell you what you figure out.
Perfect. Okay. 10.
Okay. You're able to tell that the leprechaun is dead. His
sure.
wallet's been removed.
Okay.
And you see these gashes in the side of his neck, these two slits. They are coagulated. They are not fresh, but it hasn't been here long. It hasn't been a day. It's probably been less than a day.
Less than a day. Okay.
Yeah. As you move over to the snake humanoid, you reach out and it recoils from your touch. It twitches a little bit.
I say it's okay. It's okay. I don't mean any harm. I can help you.
You see
Okay.
I'm sorry. You just see one of its arms like grasping for like a weapon. Like you see like a weapon nearby, and it's like,
Can I just kick that weapon away?
sure.
I'm a nurse. I've helped your kind before. May I touch you?
You see it. Well, yeah, okay, yeah. It leans forward. A bad wound is like on its back that it's like pressed up against the wall, trying to stop the bleeding. And so it begins to like pull away. And it says, "They've cut me off from the master. No reason for me to even live. We got what we wanted."
Interesting. Okay. I look at it and there's always a reason to live. And I went ahead. Oh,
No, yeah, go ahead, please.
I said there's always a reason to live, and I start grabbing out my medical supplies. Let me patch you up now, and we can figure out where your master is, and maybe we can help you get back to them. Okay? And I try to start doing stuff if it lets me.
Sure. Let's make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Okay. Straight roll, nat 1.
God, dude.
Oh,
Um,
that's rough.
Man. Oops.
No.
Just
My fangs start coming out with the smell of blood.
Man, I'm rolling way too well tonight. You you're offering, and you step forward.
He says, "There is nothing but the master. The night serpent calls, and I was one who brought him."
This is the call. Got it.
And it's like just barely hanging on, these hissing voices leaving its mouth.
Well,
He's pretty pissed, but he's wounded as hell if you still wanted to try and heal him.
as long as he doesn't push me off, I do. If he restrains or like pushes me off or just as actually physically doesn't let me, I don't force it, and I step back and let him be.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, as much as you hate it, he will not let you bind his wounds, and is just fighting it the whole time. And you see that like its fangs are like protruding, and it's not a pretty sight.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that leaving him there, you look around the room, and you do see that the tunnel stretches off in a direction from here. It seems that the tunnel gets smaller, but there is a possible route from here, and you see a lot of the drag marks going in that direction, with a set of tennis shoes on top of it.
All right. With the knowledge that there's some kind of fight here, I don't know what I'm walking into. Can I stealthily go down this path?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Hey, 18.
Hey.
There we go. Okay.
I won't grab any light sources or anything. I'll try to rely on my dark vision if possible and just go.
Perfect. Yeah, you're not even bothered by the lack of light there. You move along, and down into the tunnel underneath White Sox Stadium. We return to the Grove, the bookstore in Wicker Park, with Tully, Medusa, and Nazumi. Medusa has filled you in on all the veil and all that nonsense, Nazumi. Tully, she has filled your head with like snakes invading and Saint Peter and Saint Patrick and the archangels and all these things are flying around your book-wizened mind, your well-read mind. Go ahead and make like an investigation check for me.
Okay.
Yeah, both of you can go ahead and do that.
Investigation.
If it decides to load.
Uh-oh.
On
Dang,
20
look at Tully.
or a 23 in that investigation. Starting off strong.
That's right. That's why you didn't roll after earlier.
That's why I didn't touch it.
Before we started, she rolled once and got a 20, and she's like, all right.
Alright then.
I was like, I am not touching it again until we start, because
We're
otherwise
warmed
I'm
up.
gonna have another Saturday.
So, these pieces just fall into place in your mind, and this picture is created. And Nazumi is really liking one of those books she found. With the 9 over there.
The 9.
With my knife.
Huzzah.
Tully, you start thinking about the what might be involved here, right? The snake showing up on St. Patrick's Day. It's on the nose, but it tells you where you might need to go or who might be involved. It's a time that is celebrated now for a harmony between between religious entity, or between like Catholicism and Druids, the Druidic people that were driven out. There's now a peace and unity there, and that's what the Irish flag actually represents. Cool little history that I found out while I was researching this. All the colors mean a thing. It's cool.
That's cool.
And so the white in the Irish flag represents the harmony between Catholics and like the Druids, or like pagan people. Anyway. Okay, cool. So that comes into your mind. That seems important, right?
A little bit.
And you know that there is a large Irish population on the south side, and you know that the Pixie folk are Mounds people. You know where they are. You know this is your city. You've been here for a long time, and books are your thing. You know what's going on, right? So what would you like to do with that information about these parties at play?
Well, as Medusa has been explaining it, probably after she like mentioned like the key like couple of things, the snakes, the angels, you know, knowing it's St. Patrick's Day soon and all that. As she continues to explain, Tully probably starts walking around the grove, looking for specific titles in certain books, frantically starts like flipping through pages, will like look, read like a sentence or two, close that book, put it back, go find something else. Because for her, like with a lot of things, this is literally like a puzzle game. She's just kind of sitting here, just like taking all the information that's being given to her and just kind of like going like, oh, okay, I think I know what that is, or like what could tell me about that. Because obviously she's read every book that has been in this store, both ancient text and of course all of the New York Times bestsellers that they sell here as well.
Of course.
Yeah. So she just kind of is running around while Medusa is explaining everything, and just after she finishes, probably like 10 minutes after Medusa's done talking, comes back in and is like, okay, I think I may have a hunch to where maybe we could go, who we could check in with. It does mean that this is kind of a bigger situation than normal, considering that Peter's angels are just out and about right now. But I don't see... I mean, the clashes of holidays, different groups, things like that, like St. Patrick's Day, could easily be just, you know, hey, this is a celebration day, we can take advantage of that. But you said that they just attacked her in the club?
Medusa looks at Izumi.
Yeah, they doing my dance. Next thing I know, I've got two motherfuckers just charging at me out of nowhere, and one of them lies, saying, "Oh, you bullshit." My head.
I'm sorry, one of them said that they were gonna help you?
Yeah, one of them, after I knocked his lights out, his buddy looked at me and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm here to help you." But he was lying. I knew he was lying to me. He's shit. I don't even know what they want me for.
Well, what are you here for, sweetie?
I'm looking for someone. I don't know where they are. I don't know why they would even be here. But this is my only clue.
Chicago?
Chicago.
Chicago.
Well, when did you come into?
Chicago.
How long did they? How long's it been?
It's been about 6 months now since they've been gone.
Um. Tully, this
Yes.
this like triggers a bell in your mind. So your father disappeared a little bit ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you'd say that about 6 months ago is when you started seeing new people in the shop. You'd say about 6 months ago is when there's some just foreign faces that came into town, and one of them, when they came in, seemed to talk to you as if they knew you, or they knew about you. And he just like overly grateful, but he was very kind. And you believe it was this late 20s, early 30s Japanese man.
You said 6 months ago?
Yeah, about 6 months ago. Came home and nothing was stolen, but they were gone. And they don't just leave. Not without telling me.
Well, I will say there's been an increase, at least here in the Grove, of out-of-towners, which isn't unheard of, but it's odd that it's been happening more frequently. There was one Japanese man that I remember specifically, or at least he looked Japanese. Would I remember anything about like his physical description?
We can do a let's see. To recall something is probably intelligence.
I'd say that checks out, yeah.
Yeah.
It's intelligence or wisdom, and this is more of an intelligence thing, I'd say.
Yeah, and memory would be intelligence.
Okay, there you go.
So just straight intelligence.
Yeah, just give me an intelligence roll.
Boop. Ah!
Yeah.
Feck.
Yeah, you don't remember a whole lot about him. You do remember that, like, you remember the things that I said, right? That he seemed strangely to, like, know you in some way, and then also he was headed. He said that he was working on something. Man. Said he was in town on important business. And he was very thankful for your little stop. He was like, I just wanted to stop in and look around and see the place, and before I leave, I am here on important business. I'm sorry, I cannot stay long. And like, you remember this just short interaction before he left?
I hate to say I don't really remember necessarily what he looked like. I know he was weirdly knowledgeable for a foreigner on not only the shop but myself included, and he kept mentioning that he couldn't stay long. There was something he needed to take care of, but I'm sorry. Normally my memory is better than this, but I've been a bit frazzled in recent months.
Zumi,
Yes.
one of the books that you've gone to, can you tell me what pulled you to it?
One of them would be medicines. Another one would be Eastern Tales, and it would have a dragon on it because that's a little. Others would be just general history things because I'm new to the area. But the one on top is what is tales of Eastern battles and Eastern creatures like dragons and phoenixes and things like that.
So as you're flipping through that, you come to a page about Kitsune. You see a it looks like an old, like, you know the things you hang in cherry trees, like make wishes at, like, Chinese New Year, that kind of thing.
Oh,
It's sort of
the,
like a little tag like that,
Right.
like a token or whatever, right? Paper token.
The charms. Right.
Charm,
Right.
yeah. So there's this paper charm, and you recognize it as something that was in your husband's tea shop.
Oh boy. So I gasp and I grab it and I just start looking it over, recognizing the symbol, and with the fox, with now having fox senses, I sniff it to see if maybe it smells like him, to see if there's handwriting.
Yeah,
And then I look at the
for the first time you smell
investigating the
him like
hell
you've
out of
never
it.
smelled
Yeah.
him before. Like it totally roll an investigation check. Let's see how much you're able to glean from it.
Just hears the gasp. What is there, a coffee stain?
The nat
Whoa.
20.
Hey!
You smell your husband for the first time in 6 months, from not from that handkerchief or whatever that you kept. You know, like this is some kind of fresh scent. You see, as you're investigating along the edges of it, the edges are bent into this beautiful origami pattern, and as you feel along them, you pull out the sides, and the token kind of changes shapes into like a small fox head. And along the snout of the fox head that now protrudes from this little paper figurine is it's a set of numbers, a long string of numbers, written across the snout of this origami fox that you found.
Are we talking long string of numbers like a phone number or like coordinates?
There is a dot in them. With a nat 20. Those are coordinates.
Okay. Probably start crying and pull out the necklace that he gave me, which would have an amethyst, or not amethyst. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Citrine. It's like an amberish stone. It's an amber gem. And I pull it out and I just whisper his name because they've been nice, but I still don't fully trust Medusa or Tully. So I just kind of whisper his name and I'm like, I don't understand. Why are there coordinates, and why on a page about a kitsune? I don't understand. He was here. Why was he here?
That I don't think I could tell you. But the page about the kitsune, probably because, well, as she just gestures to all of you, is like,
The frick,
I'm
man.
assuming, because I believe you said this is new for you?
Yeah, I don't normally change into animals when I get out of bed in the morning and eat my Cheerios. Yeah, this is new. This is very new.
Yeah, I'm assuming your husband probably knew something about it then. The coordinates, perhaps it's a paper trail? A literal paper trail?
Ha.
Wants you to follow him, maybe? Would you mind if I took a look at them? I may be able to tell you where they lead.
No, go ahead. I hand her the book and just start holding my head in my hand like, what the hell? Why is he here? This makes no sense.
Yeah, so, I mean, coordinates are a simple Google search away, right? So, doop boop boop, and you found your... doop boop boop, you found your coordinates. And the... Sorry, the doop boop boops got stuck in my head. Yeah, you have smartphones.
Smartphone?
Smartphones. It's the phone of the future, smartphone. So you type in the coordinates and you plot the route to see where it's at, and it is it doesn't describe a specific location, but it's like there's well, I mean, it's very specific about where it is because it's a goddamn coordinate, right? Like, don't laugh at me like that. But I mean, like, it doesn't like. I'm saying it doesn't point out like it's McDonald's. You know, it's like it's not like.
I was about to say it's not. It's the third McDonald's on the left.
Like, yeah, it's like you just put it in and it doesn't look like there's anything there. You know, is what I'm saying. So like you look at it through Google Maps and it's like between two buildings. There's like a space where these coordinates land downtown in the loop, and it's like near where the river passes through downtown.
So it's probably either like a hiding spot or like something behind the veil that friggin' Google Maps would not see.
So yeah, you have a location, and possibly a husband to find, Izumi.
Nice.
Okay. And this is like early hours in the morning, right? This is like.
Yeah, we're late.
Sun's not even up.
Yeah, it's
Prime
super early.
drinking hours.
Yeah. And honestly, it's running about. Man, this is going really well. It's about 9 o'clock. I wanted to take a break around 9 o'clock.
Okay.
So I think that's where we're gonna take our break. We have Oron and Oliver climbing through the dark tunnels under White Sox Stadium, figure out what's going on.
Oh, it's just vibes, bro.
Boogle. And then Natsumi, Medusa, and Tully are on their way to a mysterious location downtown. How will it end? Will our adventurer survive?
If I had to guess,
Probably
we're all
not.
gonna die.
Find out after this break.
Vote of confidence.
Let's go to let's follow Medusa, Tully, and Natsumi downtown. You make your way downtown, walking fast, faces pass even. You're not exactly homebound, but you're coordinate bound. Getting downtown, you guys hop on the blue line, take it to the L, take it down to downtown. You hop off around like Madison, walk down, and you find a place that the coordinates are leading you to. You see between two buildings, like an old theater and like an office building that gets rented out now. There's an empty alleyway. The alleyway leads to like a maintenance door at the end of the alleyway. But that's really all that's there. There's a bunch of garbage, a bunch of, just put together trash, but there is a door at the end of a long alley where the coordinates placed you. Medusa steps forward and she's like, well, I guess this is it, like, it just looks like a maintenance tunnel or something. Like, there's not even anything beyond the veil yet. Like, it's just an alleyway.
Obviously.
Hi, my name's Nook, and I'm a professional streamer that remembers to unmute everybody all the time. And everything's fine.
Yes.
Good. You didn't hear my comments then.
I heard
Oh.
everything.
The
I
stream did.
heard everything, and
Streamer,
so
I
did
was like,
Stream.
Oh.
So we rejoined the second hour of our stream, or the final hour, the third hour, the second part, the final hour, which is the third. We're downtown in an empty alleyway, and there's no longer any awkward silences because, like, I can hear you guys now. So take it away.
Well, if it's just a dingy alley, that's one thing, but I mean, maintenance tunnels at the end of coordinates are not normally just maintenance tunnels, right?
I have had one hell of a night out of 6 months of being in this insane city to be in some tunnel because my husband gave me coordinates. I'm going down the tunnel. And if this is the only reason he's here, I'm going to kick his ass. Let's go.
I like her spirit, and she just Medusa follows right behind you. She's like, hell yes, let's do this.
I mean, it's understandably weird if it is Chicago. Maintenance don't.
This whole country is weird. I don't even understand your customs. Let him and go home.
So Natsumi, go ahead and roll me a perception check as you're walking down the alleyway.
Okay. Let's see. Nice.
Jesus Christ!
Ew.
Oh my
Look at him
god!
go! Look at him go!
Hey.
So you see the right, 220s in a row. You see the label on this building. It says something about like the sewers. It's like it's some sort of like sanitation depot outlet that like they use to access the river and things like that. Yeah, I mean that's is as it is. There's the wide open, or not the wide open door, but a door for you to open, if you will.
Is it unlocked?
Would you like to test it?
Yeah.
It's not,
Ah, fuck.
because it's a government-sanctioned building that's locked for
Yeah,
safety and security
I was gonna
reasons.
say.
And it's also the nighttime, so it's now especially locked.
Yes, it's
Aren't like
absolutely.
half of you magical? Why are you just
What do you
knocking?
think? There's a magical lock-picking spell?
I was about
Just
to say.
break
I
the
mean, am I supposed
door.
to- I just fireball this thing down.
I do. You want me to?
Oh,
I'll
Natsu-
try my best.
Are you?
Wait! There is a magical lock-picking spell,
Yeah.
and I have it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Listen.
So what happens here?
Okay. I just go up and I touch the door and I'm like, arcane lock, and it just
Boop boop.
boops.
Boop boop.
There's the description of it.
There
for
we go.
you.
Thank you. Touch closed doorway. Yeah, it becomes. Boop boop.
Boop boop.
Boop, boop.
It
Yeah.
becomes locked.
Uh.
And spell. Otherwise, it is impassable. Casting knock. Object is more difficult to break or force
am I
open.
stupid?
That's no, it's fine. I mean, I will. Let's make a roll on this of just DC 10, just to like reverse this magic, right? To be like, I know how to lock things. Maybe I know how to unlock things.
Maybe if I try hard enough, it'll unlock. So just a D10, or no? You said DC 10. So this is D20.
Yeah,
I'm
DC 10. Right.
Just a.
But it'd
flat
be your
D20.
like it'd be like a for your it'd be like a spell it. No, it wouldn't be a spell attack. It'd be whatever your main stat is.
Casting attributes.
Yeah,
So
like D20 plus your proficiency plus your casting attribute, right? Or is that literally just an attack? Is that
Well,
what I
it
just
is-
described?
I know.
Yeah,
Do
you
you want
did.
me to just roll Arcana?
Roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
That's a great idea.
That is a great idea. We're doing great. That 5-minute break totally didn't like.
Derail
We-
anything.
It's a nice solid
great.
7. I said not feeling it.
So you were like, "Oh, I know how to do this."
I-
Crap! No, this locks things, and you feel like the lock get a little.
Gosh.
You feel it like tighten up a little bit more on the inside.
1 second. I feel like there's gotta be a spell that lockpicks.
Well, you can let us know.
That's what I'm doing. Don't worry.
I know. So, so we got the 7 from that, and you feel the lock clamp up a little bit harder. Nazumi, your husband is behind this door. For all you know, how are you feeling about that? Are you wanting to try and like reach into this newfound magic and like do something with it?
So, based off the legends that we have in my home country of kitsunes, and now discovering that I am whatever the fuck I am, I have decided that after studying the page, I'm gonna turn into a full-sized one and kick the fucking door down.
Sure,
Oh
I guess
my.
that works too. I literally found a lock picking spell, but whatever.
No,
Well, too bad you're in a tunnel. Get in the
Okay.
foot. Okay, so you want
DM me
to
that spell, though.
transform into a kitsune? I mean, that's like a fox, right? Like, you're gonna kick the door as a fox?
Basically, take a fox, make it big, give it 9 tails, and most kitsune will have
Oh, okay, I see.
Will o' the Wisps fire and stuff like that. So they do have fire abilities. We're not focusing on that right now. We're focusing on the fact that I'm a huge fox with strength and I'm going to kick a door down.
All right, you do that. You be strong.
What's your strength stat?
I don't know.
I'm looking. I'm pulling up your character sheet too to sort this
It says
out.
8.
It's a very low strength stat, but
That is literally the minimum with standard, right?
but she's gonna be turning into a creature before doing that. That's not her.
Yeah, so if there's like a stat block for
I'm trying.
Kitsune.
Let's do.
It's a blocko. Well,
Should have prepped this. Didn't think about that. About prepping your alternate form that you would obviously be using at some point within the game.
No worries.
I found one. I don't know if you want to use it though. Boop. There you go. Merry Christmas. Happy Chrysler.
It's Crimbus? In August?
It's also St. Patrick's Day in August, so.
Hey, we were filming on location 2 years ago.
That's right. That's right. I'm closing in on where on what I want. I just gotta figure out what is the name of it. God dang it! Just.
What are you looking for?
Well, I was just gonna give her. I've got some like werewolf stuff downloaded. Or I've got like bought. I was just gonna use those stats because I've
fair,
got them.
Foxes are the combination of felines, the Canis family, so why not?
Yeah.
They're not gonna be that far off.
I'm just trying to find. They're not called werewolves. They're called something.
Lichens?
No, they're not lichens. No.
Werebears. Wereboars.
Werebears.
Weretigers.
I thought it was just like where. Oh my god, this page just keeps reloading. It's driving me insane. What is happening?
Welcome to the third hour.
Yeah, right. Oh, it doesn't think I'm human because I got too many tabs open and I'm going through too many things too quickly. Oh, my bad. D&D Beyond just like canceled me. Let me get back in. Oh god. Thanks for hanging in there, guys. This 20-minute break brought to you by D&D Beyond.
I'm just vibing. It's pretty nice.
Also, you joke, but werebears are actually a thing in D&D.
Oh, absolutely.
It's great.
My question is more so, what is your class?
Mine?
Yeah.
A rogue.
But
Changeling
you punch
rogue.
stuff.
Well, she's just mad right now.
It's
just a
We're
moment.
just trying to break
She's
in
got
a
thieves'
door.
tools.
Yeah.
Like, she could pick the lock, but she's pissed off. I know, okay? Listen, she's new. I'm giving her this kitsune form instead of making her use her thieves' tools. It's
But like
fine.
thieves' tools don't even require a skill check, I don't think.
But turning into a werewolf or turning into a not werewolf is way cooler.
I'm not werewolf.
Listen,
Fair.
she can do this because even though...
Listen, my husband has been missing for 6 months and is potentially on the other side of the door, and I can get me some goddamn chicken nuggies. I am kicking this door open.
An oddly
So help
specific
me God.
request.
Nuggies on the
Oddly
line.
specific request.
I got the stat block, y'all. Let's do it. I'm gonna need you to roll me an attack. Just oh my god, can you do like a flat roll and roll 20 for me? Jesus.
I mean, I have an unarmed strike. Do you want that?
No, because that's gonna use your current stats. It's not gonna use the stats that I'm using. Would you mind if
jeez.
I rolled for you on these? Because that's just gonna
Go
be
ahead.
okay.
Go ahead.
Um.
You've been rolling 20s, so I feel confident.
All right.
I'm waiting for us to just not be able to get this damn door down.
I mean, there's got to be another way. I just
There's
want.
some way.
I had to turn her into a werefox. I mean, come on.
Which way does the door open? Maybe we can just unscrew it.
No, we're kicking it.
Just kicking it.
Reading, doing math. Oh my, all right.
Oh my.
Oh my.
God damn. Yeah, so you technically have a multi-attack in this hybrid form. And so you kick it once and you feel like the hinges break and bend inward. But like the arcane magic that Tully had just put in holds it back, and you see it like hold, and with your second attack, you just full force put your fist through the lock, and the door just boom comes off the hinges and lands inside the doorway on the floor.
So I literally told that door, "Fuck your couch."
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that door was just doing a good job of being a door.
Right.
Oh,
He's
and
like,
it's
"Hey."
obstructing my path to chicky nuggies and husband snuggles.
You know, don't be a Karen to doors, okay? They're just doing their job.
Oh.
They're just doing a good job keeping people out. They're
All
working
right.
their 9 to 5.
So door comes off the hinges, tang, 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 and it echoes into a dark ladder situation, a downward shaft in which a ladder is there. It's a dark shaft. At the bottom of the shaft is some light. So it would be presumed that you'd need to proceed down the shaft.
Strange light going further down a tunnel. Can I drop something at the bottom to see if we get like attacked as soon as something comes at us? Like drop I don't know, something.
Totally, yeah. You pull like some, I don't know, what would you have on you? Pull out like take. Do you drop your necklace to test it?
God no. I would take the other fan that I have because I'm assuming at this point I haven't changed outfits, which I should have at this point. I will take one of my fans out and be like, he can buy me another one, and just throw it down.
He can buy me another one.
This is...
So the fan flutters toward the bottom. Oliver, roll me a dex saving throw.
Wait, what?
You hear something from above you come. You hear this, and then you look up and you see
This is some bullshit.
this thing hurtling toward your face.
I got a 14.
Hurtling down the shaft.
Oh, come on,
so
I wanted
yeah,
to hit him.
you
Can I just
narrowly,
like calmly look up and just like take one step to the right?
and it just hits the dirt. Staring up the tunnel, you see the head of a fox looking back at you. Yeah.
I'm gonna look up and be like, "Hey, isn't that Hey, hold up a second. That's the person we hired, and they left early. I want my money back. We paid for at least 4 hours."
Okay, so I can see him, right?
Yeah, he is coming to view now, and you hear those things. He's talking to you.
First of all, fuck you. You might have wanted me there for 4 hours to perform, but you paid me to show up. And I got attacked in your club. Therefore, I should get double my fare.
That's not... You had a contract. We signed it. It said that you were not liable if there are too many armed assailants.
I just start cussing at him in Japanese.
You should have read the contract more thoroughly. We outlined this all very clearly in there. It's in the fine print.
I am now scurrying down towards the
I was
tunnel.
about to say, he's just shouting this up a ladder.
How are you
it's in the fine print.
The
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna just scurry down and try to kill him.
Oh God! So giant fox is coming at you. Are you going at him viciously? Or are you actually going to attack him?
Can I do a strength check to grab the fox out of midair and German suplex them?
You can do an opposed grapple check for sure. Harley, if you want to roll a strength check.
I'm just going down because I'm mad. I'm not actually attacking him. I'm just.
But I rolled
furious.
a 24.
That's a you problem, my guy.
Coward.
So you're scurrying down at him, and you see Oliver kind of like set up for some sort of like wrestling move, and you're like, all right, and you back off a sec.
I got time for this.
Uh, Up ahead, Oran, you heard a loud clang. You're hearing voices shouting at each other. And you're starting to see like a faint light come into view, because Oliver had one of those little bing 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 lights with him.
Very prepared.
I continue towards the light,
Okay.
towards the commotion, and I'm still being stealthy at this point because I don't know what's ahead. I'm afraid of getting ambushed by something.
Sure. So as you push forward and near the others, Tully, did you go down as well to join this crew?
After seeing her in full wolf form, decided to just kind of plunge down this damn tunnel towards whoever is on the other side of it, who I have no clue at this point whether or not they are like a person of the Veil or not. The calmer reactions suggest maybe, but I have no idea. So yes, I will immediately be like, oh fuck, and like start going in the same direction.
Okay.
I'm just going like, ma'am.
As you enter, Medusa like helps you to the ladder, and like as you're going down, she says, "I promise I'm not leaving you forever. I just have some business to attend to, and I don't know why my accent changed. Don't ask." So
I would like to ask who you are. Both of you.
You never even, yeah. So there's a bunch of new people now down there. Tully, how do you introduce yourself to Oliver?
Are they not trying to suplex each other right now?
Oh no, we're done with that.
Okay, cool.
This person cowered it out. Disappointing.
I just kind of like look at him and I go, "Hi, hello there."
Because you see a full satyr person, or half.
That's a new one.
Just kind of like leans, like, "Hi."
Just weirdly trying to fit in.
It's a costume, you know. It's St. Patrick's Day tomorrow.
See, I kept telling the people, listen, I'm just on a lot of drugs right now. It'll wear off soon.
Oh, then let's take you to the hospital.
No, it's fine. This happens every St. Patrick's Day. Do you know how long they make me stand outside? It's like at least 6 hours.
He's also saying this with a like holding his arm that's wounded.
Oh, I'm not holding it. I'm just letting it lie there.
Okay, so his arm is openly bleeding.
Bleeding.
No, the knife's
Hold
keeping
the
all
knife.
the blood inside the body.
Oh, perfect. There's a knife sticking out of this guy's arm that you just met.
There's just a knife.
I don't see what. I don't see the
noticed
problem.
the knife. I'm like, "Are you okay, sir?"
I'm just gonna like hold my arm up. Oh yeah, I do have a. Nah, it's fine. I didn't really have a better place to store this, anyways.
I'm very concerned of the fact that you just told me you're like really, really on drugs right now, and there is a knife sticking out of your arm, and you're in a maintenance tunnel. I really think we should take you to the hospital right now.
Am I close enough to hear all of this now?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you're just watching
Okay.
these people be really awkward and weird.
So I'm gonna notice Oron and be like, "Hello."
Well, Oron rolled a really high stealth check, so Oron, you go ahead and lead your way in, bud.
Sure, I go ahead and step out from the shadows. And I'm like, "Hey, Oliver, can I help you with that knife?"
It's the doctor who didn't steal my organs. I like that guy.
Nurse, but I appreciate it.
well,
hey, Tully,
yeah.
Good to see you again.
I didn't really have a better place to store this. I was sitting on it earlier. It's pretty uncomfortable. This is fine, honestly.
Let me stop the bleeding. please.
It's not bleed. Well, there's a little bit of blood. It's not bad. I've had worse.
So there's an open fount of blood in front of you, Oren.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, fine. You can bandage it up.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm very insistent on closing the blood supply. So I went over. You want me to go and do a healer check on that?
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
7.
There we go.
What's the worst that could
Whoa.
happen?
If because we know each other, so I would probably know if I offer to help.
Mhm.
Would that help him out? If I'm just like, hey, do you want me to?
On like the healer check?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll with advantage. We'll take the higher one.
Yee.
Or do you just do like a full, or how does that
No,
work for you?
you'd roll with advantage.
Are you asking for me for the healer feat?
Yeah, how do you just heal?
Yeah, so I used my healer kit, and it's 1d6 plus 4. So I healed 7 hit points.
Yeah. I think it looks like you go to help, but like he's just like zip 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 clip rolling stuff up, like he's just on top of it, you know.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Thanks,
Cool.
Tully.
Yeah, I don't. What is happening?
Well, I fell down.
He's-
I was at the baseball stadium, and I poked the pitcher's mound, and I fell in a hole. And now I'm here. It's been pretty fun St. Patrick's Day.
Tully,
Okay.
have you met any angels lately?
I met one of those guys earlier. I'm pretty sure he was on like some LSD maybe. Walked me
Mhm.
through a wall. That was quite the trip.
If you're asking if any have come to the shop recently, no. But I will say that I've heard that they've been very active tonight. Medusa brought her to the Grove, and they were going on about, I guess, what had happened at their club.
I guess you point to Nazumi. So I turn to Nazumi and oh, hi, I'm Oron. Nice to meet you.
I pick up my fan that I dropped off the ground, flick it open, and bow and say, "Hello, it is nice to meet you. I am Nazumi."
And I'm Oliver.
Please
We
don't hurt
know,
yourself again, Oliver.
unfortunately.
Well, I didn't, but this has been a fascinating introduction.
Oliver, do you need help home?
I don't know where we are right now. I'm assuming that if I just keep walking in a random direction, I'll end up at my house. That's how I got at the baseball stadium.
I'm afraid for your livelihood, so stay close to me, and we'll get you through this, okay?
I don't know. My friends back when we were overseas, they used to tell me that how was it? The nerdy fella. He always used to say, "You rolled a nat 1 in intelligence, but a nat 20 in luck." I don't know what that meant.
Is he
I just
talking
shake
about
my
that
head.
tabletop game?
Yeah, you know the one with the Dungeons and the Dragons? What was that called?
Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, that one.
That's the one.
I just like every time Oliver like finishes saying something, I just look at Oren with like this.
I just shake my head.
Okay.
I'm just looking at all of them like, you Americans are weird.
Everyone roll me a perception check.
I'm really good at that one.
Perception. Oh, it's not my best one, but we'll see.
That is a 21.
That's didn't roll. What the fuck? Oh, there it is. That's in a web and
Oh, all right. Oliver, you hear it first. There's a deep rumble that ends in a high-pitched steam sort of squeal. It starts as just this.
How nervous does this sound make me?
I don't know how you feel about snakes.
Well, normally I'm fine, but after tonight, not great.
Well, I'd say it scares your willy. It scares your willies off or
I'm
something.
gonna pull out my I'm gonna pull out the 45 ACP.
All right. So the guy like that had a knife sticking out of his arm just pulled out a gun. But the rest of, as you see that, you're like, but you suddenly hear what he hears. You hear this like steam valve, like, and then this deep rumble that rumbles below you, and it is echoing from down the tunnel forward.
A
Obviously,
1911. That's what I pulled out.
He got a gun. That's all I know.
I just realized I listed off the ammo type, not the gun, and that'd be real dumb to just pull out some bullets.
Just start chucking bullets at your enemies.
I'm strong, but not that strong.
Just
This
throwing
very
rounds.
drunk, very high man has a very nice shooty pew pew.
Yes.
Just
And so you hear this ominous noise echoing from down the tunnel. You do hear you hear voices. You hear human voices. You hear light, flittery voices that those of you of the Vale would know probably as pixies or the mound folk, that they just usually have higher pitched kind of fluttering voices, and you hear those echoing down the hall, as well as just other like cries and things of that nature from down the way. Do you follow? You're just gonna leave it alone? You're just gonna go home and have a drink and wrap up stream, or?
Well, we haven't really had a proper fight, so I kind of want to fight him.
I turned to Tully. I'm like, hey, the angel told me to investigate where the pixies are, to figure out why the snakes are here, and I really need to discover a source of whatever poison they're using, because I have a feeling that's going to be coming up a lot soon. Are you willing to help me out with this and investigate it?
Of course. What happened to the pixies?
I don't know. That's why I'm here. I found a dead snake and a dead leprechaun near the entrance that I came in, and no one's here. This is the first sign of pixies I've had, and St. Patrick's Day is around the corner, and this place should be packed.
Yeah, they should. This should be the loudest tunnel in Chicago right now. Yeah, of course. I'll help.
I turn to Natsumi. Hey, I know we just met. Looks like you know what you're doing. We could use extra pair of hands. Would you like to join us?
If there's a chance that he's here, then of course. The sooner I find him, the better.
I'm gonna just like walk over to them talking and put my arms around their shoulders, like, who are we talking about, fellas?
I sigh. Oliver, please just stay in the back and don't shoot us.
I feel like being in the front would make it a lot easier to not shoot you. Do you want me up there?
Sure. That's
Okay.
That's fine, Oliver. Just please don't do anything reckless.
Just remember which way to aim the gun.
Don't worry, I was in Iraq. I got this.
Okay. Let's Let's head out then.
So you start making your way down the tunnel. The Oliver leading the way on point with his ACP, with his handful of ACP rounds, and
Also, you guys visibly notice a change in my demeanor, and like I'm much more focused now, like actually taking point.
right on. So you see him moving with a militaristic swagger and precision. Everybody, roll me a stealth
never a
check
good sign.
as you
Oh,
approach.
that's never a good sign.
I know. Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
solid
God.
+0 to my stealth roll.
That's a 10 for me.
That's a 15. Could be worse. I'll take it.
I got a 7.
All right. So, I'm sorry. What'd you get, Oliver?
10.
10. Okay. So Oliver's taking point. He scouts ahead a little bit. At one point, it looks like he's about to, like, there's like a pile of like pixie garbage that's kind of been discarded through here at some point. And you see like Tully, that you see like him about to step on like a party popper of some sort that's been discarded. And you're like move him away from it. And as you make your way safely and quietly down the tunnel, you come to the exit of the tunnel to see a map I threw together this morning.
Oh, yeah. Map time.
Oh, I didn't know I could do that. So, hopefully Fog of War is on, but if not, whatever.
I will just not open Roll20 until you tell us
I will
if it's
just
okay.
not use my eyes.
I'm really good at that
There
one.
we go. I got it. It's set. It's set. All right, so we're moving everybody over.
Oh, darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Every time someone says like darkness or something, I just think of, you know what? No one else is gonna get that reference. Never mind.
Attack the Darkness?
No, the old
Oh, okay.
Tobuscus
Busk's
videos.
intro.
Yeah.
Okay. As
Darkness
we
is
enter or exit, you come to at the end of the tunnel. There's a set of like iron doors that you push past. The doors are they seem to be they're like I don't know, like it's a maintenance doors. It's metal doors. It's boring ass doors.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe doors that are just doors, right? But
It's a door.
you see as you come up on it, you see this etching. It's a spiraling etch of runes that are like scratched, and like the lines are torn and weird, but there's a strange synchronicity to it that seems like it's some sort of language that spirals in on itself, that's like etched on the door in this like black putrid like ink. And from beyond it you hear these like deep and the it's cracked open though. It's not fully shut. You can push on past it. So as Oliver, being in the front, takes a peek inside.
Okay.
On the let's see. From where you can see inside the door, you see a cage, and inside the cage are several leprechauns. There's at least 10, if not more, all piled up and knocked out, or some of them are just like defeated looking.
The last leprechaun I saw had money on it.
No,
Go
no,
check
no, no,
these
no.
ones.
Do you go ahead and push inside?
I'm gonna peek in further. Look left.
All right.
Look right.
Left is a pretty similar story. You see another cage full of captives, but it doesn't seem like there's anything else in here other than a set of stairs leading away from the area.
Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna take a step in.
All right. Oh yeah, I gotta get your tokens on here and stuff.
Oh, my
Yo.
lovely token. It's amazing.
Oh god.
Oh yeah. There
Oh
he
yeah,
is.
it is.
If I don't kill pies myself, it'll be a miracle.
How
Just
can you
gonna
hate
go
that
ahead
token? It's the greatest image on the internet, according to my
and
mod,
down there. Whoop.
which
Oh.
Bang should know all about.
That's 2 mirrors.
There's 2 of me.
I can't get rid of her.
Why would you want to get rid of me?
Just your evil twin.
Why is it like
You know
halfway
what?
between a block? Are you guys able to move those?
Not yet.
Okay. I'm
Now
on
you
it.
have to allow us to.
You have to let us.
Thanks for your patience.
All good. This just gives me an
Ow.
excuse not to take these notes and move them to the other page. It's pretty great.
Is the blood on the map representative of what's actually there?
That is a good
There
question.
are drag marks and I would say blood streaks. It's not like just absolutely massacre in there like that.
Okay.
Which ones look more alive?
Oops, that's not right. Well, you can move over to the group on the left side. There's a bunch of lively sprites in there, leprechauns that would obviously attract your attention, wanting
yes.
some more money, right?
Yes.
As you go over, they see you and they're like, let us out! You have to let us out of here! Could you please? It's locked magically. Are you able to? Can you even see me, son?
I'm gonna take my axe and break the lock.
All right, so you're gonna go ahead and swing at the lock on the cage. Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead and make an attack roll on that.
Let me unequip my gun and equip my great axe. All right. So, do I have to roll to hit, or can I just roll? Like it's right there. Do I have to roll to hit it still?
No, you don't have to roll to hit.
Okay, so just roll damage.
Yeah, just roll damage on it. That's cool.
Damn,
It should be a D. Where is that? Yeah, D12 plus 3.
Oh, I forgot you're rolling physical. Sure.
That's gonna be an 8.
An 8.
An
So
8.
it mostly comes off. You're able to like finagle it the rest of the way and wrench it apart with your big ex-military firefighter hands. But with that, as your axe lands though, it releases this loud sound throughout the sewers. It bounces off the walls and up the stairs. Up the stairs is where you hear that rhythmic
Noise, I'm assuming.
Right. So that is echoing down the stairs, and the hisses become less. They suddenly split into many hisses. Like the hiss becomes a hiss in the distance.
Huh.
Why did you do that?
Well, now they're free, right? You know, they wanted to get out. They asked very nicely too, I might add. So, you know, now they're out.
That's great.
And yeah, the sprites are there are several of them that are fleeing. They're like, oh my god, you're safe, and they're rushing past and headed toward the doorway. In the back of this cage, there is one of these fairy folk that is much larger, and you start to look at him and you realize that they're not a fairy. They are a strange fox-like creature. is sitting on a
Oh,
bench inside
Like the
cage.
loud lass.
He looks up from the back of the cage. Natsumi? You look back at this fox, and for a moment, you see the man that you married. You see this tall, slender build with shaggy black hair, very finely dressed at all times. The keeper of the tea and bookshop back in Liru.
Leeway.
Leeway, thank you. I couldn't
You're
remember.
welcome.
I just pulled it out of my brain. I was like, I'm just gonna go for it.
Fine. You're fine.
But you recognize your husband, and then suddenly your eyes are drawn away from where his eyes would be to this small fox creature that's sitting in the back of the cage in this underground tunnel.
Oh, my man in a cage.
Kinky.
Nice.
I didn't put him there, so it's not kinky.
No, it's still kinky. It's just a kink you're not involved in.
Ooh, there's some anger.
So, I'm going to resist the urge to run at him because I have never seen him that way, so I'm not sure, and I want to make sure that if I go in, I don't get trapped.
Sure, yeah. As you start to approach him, he pulls himself off the bench, and you can see that one of his legs is wounded, and he hobbles and grabs like a makeshift crutch that he's put together in the cell, and he goes, "Natsumi, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I couldn't tell you, and this isn't why I came." And he begins to just blubber and unleash about being drawn away on matters of the veil in order to establish a stronger connection here in Chicago. But when he was here, the research he did was turned against him. And these snake beings, these evil priests, they seek to break out upon Chicago and use this as an entry point into the world, into the human world.
I grab onto him, crying and just saying, Zhongli, Zhongli, I'm so glad you're okay. Well, not okay, but you're alive. And then I'm going to turn to Orin. Can you fix this, please?
I'll just say this. Zhongli laughs. Go ahead, Orin.
Okay.
He just laughs.
Slightly taken back because I think at this point I'm starting to figure out what's going on. I walk over to him and I say, "Are you hurt? Can I help you in any way?"
He says, "Oh, the leg, of course. I would greatly appreciate a mending, but they have done a number on me. Nurse Oran, I believe."
Yes. And I take it this is the first time she's seeing you?
Yes.
Okay. I go in and take out my supplies and start working on his leg.
Okay. Great. The wound that he has suffered is something that cannot be fixed immediately. It will take time. Someone literally broke his leg.
Oh.
They gonna die.
As you're mending it, he's like, "This, my punishment for leaving, trying to." Across the way, as we saw before, there's another cage of other sprites that are captured here. But as this interaction is finishing up, and you are applying like a stint to Zhongli's leg, you hear footsteps and a slithering approach as two snake humanoids come to the top of the stairs. I'm in the wrong window, and that's why I can't see anything or fix anything. I was like, where are they? You see two snake boys. Oh, this does not line up to the lair. Oh god, sorry, that hurt me on the inside. You see these two snake humanoids walk forth. They're dressed in very nice long suits, and they have these cobra heads sticking out. They have these long, thin ties, and you see them. One takes out a katana, and the other takes out a curved scimitar blade.
Going to
it's
re-equip
fucking
my
on.
gun.
He pulls out a gun. Yeah, he's like, wait. Sorry.
Wait a minute.
So I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative because we're about to start this combat.
We're about to kick some ass. Ow, I'm in my tongue.
Sadness.
That's an 11 for me, Chief.
I got a 6.
Oh, that's a nat 20 on the initiative.
Oh, dang.
Hell.
Let's see me. All right. So Tully is at the top of the order for this. So how would you like to start off this encounter? There's like a Wild West standoff moment. They stand there with their swords drawn. They're just waiting for someone to make the first move.
Let's start off swell with a nice firebolt at this one right here on the left.
Cool.
Let me roll to hit. Please don't fudge. Oh! That's a 25!
That's a nat 20. Holy crap.
Yeah, does a
like
25 hit?
Oh my god. Alright. Does a 25 hit? Come on.
I mean, sometimes it doesn't.
Like, sometimes it doesn't.
It does.
Unironically, sometimes it doesn't.
No, I totally know.
Yeah.
But yes, that does hit. It does land. What a roll.
Alright.
Have you never accidentally
Cool.
summoned a Tarrasque in D&D? It happens.
Sorry, what?
Now to do it happens.
It does.
Now to do my 1d10 damage. That's where the balance comes back in. That's a 1.
So let me tell you, this is how I run crits in my game. Is crits. So there was a rule in the beta version of D&D that I quite like, where when crits are rolled, you get your full amount that your dice roll would hit for plus your roll. So you always are going to do a good amount of damage plus a little bit more. So that's actually going to be an 11.
For future reference, the other method that I like for crits is you get to choose a permanent injury to do.
Yeah.
Like disabling an arm, a leg, or something. So even if you don't do a ton of damage, it at least feels like you accomplished something. Like you might half their movement speed. They can't wield two-handed weapons anymore. Disadvantage on things like that. But like,
cool.
Yeah.
I like that. So you do 11 damage. I gotta pull up.
I'm also, while you're pulling up doing that, I'm gonna take a bonus action real quick. I'm gonna just kind of give a nice little cheerful slap on the back to Oliver, and
Ah.
I'm going to do. I am going to imbue him with Dragon's Breath.
Oh.
And for up to a minute, he will be able to do. Let's go with fire damage.
Okay.
Do my bullets get infused?
No, you actively just breathe fire now. You touch a living creature and imbue it with the power to spew magical energy from its mouth, provided it has one. Choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison damage. Until the spell ends, the creature can use an attack to exhale energy of the chosen type in a 15-feet cone. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw, taking 3d6 damage of the chosen type on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Okay.
Damn.
So now you can also just fucking breathe fire at
So this satyr slaps you on the back, and all of a sudden you feel like it's like when you take a shot of whiskey and then chase it with a shot of whiskey, like just like you feel this burning inside of you.
I mean, that's just Tuesday night. I don't know what you're talking about.
You thought it was just the alcohol.
I said
Now
it was
it's a little
something you
more.
recognize. Yeah, so that was Tully starting it off.
Kind of strong.
Now for the snakes.
Can I jump fireball? Please.
One of them looks at Oliver and sees this magic transfer, and she reaches out her scimitar and points it at you, and she's like, them. And she casts suggestion, and you should make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Okay.
come on. Come on, Oliver.
It's gonna be a 12.
That's spell save. It's not easily listed for me, crap. Oh, there it is. You rolled a 12?
Mhm.
Nice, that's the save, is 12. So, you feel this word into your mind, them, and this, like, anger imbue you as if you want to attack your new friends, but then you suddenly shake it off. There's
Friend
no
is
reason
a strong
for that.
word.
Well, these new acquaintances.
There we
go. And she spits something out in her snake tongue. Some awful curse. The other one moves forward to attack Oliver, being the closest one. With his... Can I just hit? I don't think that's going to work. I don't know why I did it twice, but there you go. You know what? I've been rolling off camera the whole time, and then it rolled me 2 rolls for some reason. Oh no, I get 2 attacks. So the first one misses, and then the second one lands.
So
I
I
believe.
take 1.
Yeah, you're gonna take 1 hit here, and the hit on that is gonna be 3 damage.
Wait, it looks like it rolled the damage. 1 fire damage. Or did someone cast that earlier?
The firebolt was from earlier.
Gotcha.
It's me.
I've been looking at my character sheet this whole time.
All good. Yeah, you take 3 damage. So that makes it Oran's turn.
Let's go.
You are muted, sir.
Oh. Okay, so they've been attacking us, so we're just gonna run in. Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and sprint past Oliver and try to jump towards the snake and sink my fangs into its neck and do a fang attack.
Sick. All right.
Okay.
Sounds like a
22?
fantastic.
Holy crap! Yeah,
Nice.
it lands.
Noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Heck yeah, fangs bite.
It is 3 piercing damage, but it looked cool.
Heck yeah.
And then,
yeah, I was just checking bonus action, anything like that.
yeah, so yeah, that counts as an attack action, yeah. Yeah. So then, can I do bonus action flurry of blows, 2 unarmed strikes?
All right.
Yeah.
Badass monk biting people, throwing fists.
Yep.
First one
Catch
is a
these
21
hands.
to hit.
That's a hit.
7 points of damage,
All
bludgeoning.
All right.
And then the second attack with a 14.
The 14 hits.
Yes.
Okay. It's good to know.
And 5 more points of bludgeoning damage.
Kicking
God
ass.
dang. Yeah, you rip out of this temporary like holding cell, plant your fangs in, and swing around, pop, pop, land a couple blows, and it is just taken aback, thrown up against the cage. Natsumi, it is your turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna pull out a nice stabby sword here. And I'm gonna charge the nearest one to me. Because they hurt my husband. They die now.
The one in the
I will-
corner just watching us beat the shit out of his associate.
Listen, that's a them problem. That's not a me problem.
Oh god.
A 9 is a miss.
Sadness. Am I able to do more than one attack, or I don't?
If you go on your character sheet and you look at actions, the tab that says actions, it should lay out for you all of the different actions you can do, bonus actions, reactions, yada yada, so forth, so on. You're a
I just see
rogue.
one. That's all I see.
Next to the word actions, how many does attacks per action? How many does it say?
One.
Ah, okay. Then unless you have a bonus action, then yes, that is your attack.
Well,
That's really handy. Where was that at?
I'm gonna put on my right.
Oh, actions. I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Attacks per action. Oh, okay, cool. Dope. Right on. Thank you. All right. So unfortunately, the attack does miss. Natsumi. So that you are able to move during your turn. If there's anything that is marked as a bonus action, you can also do that.
I'm just gonna get out of the way of any possible retaliation attacks since I missed.
There you go. You can take a bonus action to dash, disengage, or hide. Dash is move twice your movement speed, or like move your movement speed again. And then disengage is to like get out of a threatened area without taking an opportunity attack. So yeah, that's what you'd be doing, is basically disengaging, just to like make some room, right?
Right.
Okay. What's up? No, go ahead. You just take. Sorry. So Natsumi, you move back, and that would move on to Oliver, I believe. You are up next, sir.
Okay, well, there's someone right in front of me, so I thought I had to shoot them, but if they're gonna come here, I'll just pull out the great axe and chop their head off.
All right, pulling out the fireman's axe.
Whack.
It's gonna be 17 to hit.
That's it.
Whew, that's gonna be a big one. That's gonna be a 14.
Wow.
Oh, also beforehand, I forgot. I'm
Damn.
gonna go into a rage first, which
Okay.
gives me +2 damage. It's actually a 16.
What's it look like when you kill this thing with your fireman's axe?
Oh, I'm just gonna chop it down the
Hell.
middle.
Just split it.
Wow.
And this slithering body just slumps into two halves as it falls dead to the floor. Would you like to move? Bonus action, anything like that?
No, I'm just gonna stand there menacingly.
Perfect. Would you like to make an intimidate check on the other one?
I feel like that was intimidating enough on its own.
Okay. Yeah, you're like, I'm good. Okay. Telly, back at the top of the order.
Aha. Okay. Where's my movement? 35 feet. Okay. I'm gonna scooch right there. And then I'm gonna cast something. Sir, how close? Whoa! I'm moving my map around too early. Actually, let me move. I know what I'm doing. Okay, listen. All right, there I go.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Listen. All right, I'm going to cast Burning Hands at 2nd level, which means I need less snacky snoo to give me a dex save.
What's the DC on that?
That is a DC of, I did not mean to roll the damage there. That is my bad.
That's okay.
That's a DC of 13. I clicked the wrong thing. Ignore that.
Yeah, they rolled a 19.
Fecker.
Does it take half damage or anything?
Yes, actually. So just go ahead and take that. So that'd be 7.
Cool. Nice. So flames lurch across the area and singe the snake on the top of the stairs.
Snake on the stairs.
That would make it the snake's turn. Seeing his friend split in half, he pulls up his katana into like a stronger battle stance. Behind him, you hear the rhythmic start to get louder, and the like and it gets quicker. So there's just this weird like rolling thunder purr thing happening. You hear a small voice scream, "Ah!" and it echoes into the room around you. The snake on the stairs looks back at Tully and says, "Oh, that was nice. Try this." Hiss, and hisses at you. Uses poison spray, which is, give me the lowdown. D&D Beyond. What we got on poison spray? Need a Constitution save from Tully.
Sure. Is this just like a racial thing, or is this like a spell?
It's a spell.
That means I get advantage. Hooray for being a satyr.
Freaking satyr stuff. Just satyr things.
Just hashtag just satyr things. She's a con save.
Yes.
Oh. With advantage. Spoopity boop boop. Bam!
Dang, alright.
That's the 19 on my con save.
So there's this puff of noxious gas that blows past you, and just completely completely unaffected by the spray. The snake is actually going to use its movement to move back into the room behind it, so it moves into the darkness, toward the rumbling and hissing in the other room. It goes to Oran.
Okay, so these stairs are leading up onto like another platform or room.
Yeah, through like a large archway into another chamber of some sort through there. These look like causeways from the sewer system that, like off to the side, you can see like in the floors, like there's little metal bars and things like that. But this is just another stair step up to some other platform. Yeah.
Okay. I would like to use my movement to run up these stairs and then start stepping on the side of the wall and run up the wall through the doorway and then onto the ceiling because I have spider climb.
Hell
I can
yeah.
run on walls and such.
All right.
Hot damn.
I mean, do we need like? I don't think we need dex or anything from that because you just have spider
No.
climb, right? It just happens. So
Yeah, I have a climbing speed equal to my movement speed.
awesome. So you rush into this next room and you see a wide open area.
But, oh, that's a big schneck.
Uh-oh. Big schnecky.
That is. I see that now.
At the back of the room, there are a couple more cages that are full of like withered and they're wide-eyed and their hair is like white and their skin is sunken and sullen. On top of this great table in the middle of the room, there are 4 sleeping leprechauns, and the snake beyond them is weaving some sort of magic, pulling nightmares from them that you can see screaming as they are pulled back over her head into the mind of this big spiraling snake in the back of the room that seems to be absorbing and eating this darkness being pulled from the dreaming leprechauns. That's what you see. You know, just normal stuff.
Oliver,
Okay.
I think you were right. I think this one is the cult.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll continue
Gotta
running
shoot
along
'em.
the ceiling. How tall is this room? Like, how high is the ceiling in this room?
15 feet.
Okay,
15
cool.
feet tall, yeah.
So with I have 45 feet of movement, so I'm gonna end up here on the ceiling, and then as my bonus action, I'm gonna focus my energy and use my Kenshi shot ability, which increases my range attack damage for the next turn, and then throw a shuriken at the snake guy in front of me. That guy there.
All right. Unleash.
17 to hit.
That's a hit.
Awesome. Okay, so the base damage is 7 points, and then the additional Kenshi damage is 1d4. An additional 1, so 8 piercing damage total.
Nice. Good shot. So the shuriken flies through the air and plants itself in the back of the running serpent with the katana, and it turns to look at you on the ceiling. Natsumi, that'd be your turn.
Oh, jeez. Let's try this attacking thing again. All right, so I'm gonna also run up the stairs, see the nearest snake boy, and throw one of my daggers at him.
All right.
Please be nice. 15.
15 does hit.
Yes. And then 5 piercing and 2 sneak, so 7.
I don't believe you get sneak attack on this, but you
Oh.
will get the piercing damage from that. Because they're aware of your
Okay.
presence.
Right.
Nice. So, I'm gonna go ahead and move your token just to give some reference. If I can. Oh, I can't from that window. I'm in the wrong window.
Why you gotta be in the wrong window all
Is
the time?
that cool? Ran up
Yeah.
the stairs through a dagger? Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. That is actually your movement. Okay, so that will move on to Oliver.
Yep. So, I mean, I guess I will just run to here and shoot a dude.
Alright, yeah, your nearest one is off to the right.
Yeah, I want to shoot one of the cultists. It's got 40-foot range.
Yeah. Well, you've got, in this room, you've got this one and the one back here doing the ritual.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll just shoot this guy for now then I'll shoot that guy next turn.
Okay.
It's gonna be an 18 to hit,
That's a hit.
and that's gonna be a 6 for damage.
Alright. You come up the stairs and pop! Put a bullet through it, and it catches it in the shoulder and goes, "The night serpent will rise." And it moves on
That's cool.
to Oliver, or no, Oliver, sorry, top of the turn, Tully. Top of the round, Tully.
Hell.
Tully's turn.
Alright, let me see. How far can I move? Okay, I'm gonna skedaddle up the stairs. I'm gonna look, see everything that's happening in the room, and go. Okay. Snake cultist. Sure. Why not? Why not? Then I'm going to I'm going to cast I will do a mage, like seeing everyone in the room and that big ass snake in the back. I'm gonna cast mage armor
Okay.
on myself, just so I did not mean to do that. Yeah, no, it is. Just to give myself a slight boost
Good.
in my AC.
Nice.
Yeah.
That moves on to. Oh, sorry. Did you have bonus action or anything?
No, that was it.
Okay. So the snakes are up. The one out front with the katana, is super overwhelmed, but will fight till the end for his lord. So, going to advance on nearest one, which would be Tully, and gonna take a swing there.
What if you didn't, though?
Well, I mean, you did. I mean, you're closest, and he wants to kill you.
I keep making that mistake. Okay, but think about it. What if you didn't?
He takes 2 swings. I believe one of them misses. I'm checking your AC real quick.
With mage armor, it should be a 13.
Oh, good. Mage armor. Mage armor did make the difference. So one of
Yeah.
them deflects off of your magical armor that's like vibrating around you, and then he finds like an open spot and takes a second swing and catches you. It's going to be
Feck.
4 damage.
4.
Yeah, barely got in there. Shing.
Okay.
That goes on to Oron.
Cool.
Oh, sorry, I need to make a roll on the snake's turn. Oof, yeah. You see the summoner behind the leprechauns do a big grandiose movement, and this dark shadow passes out of one of the leprechauns that screams, and you see their skins start to wither away. 2 of them are withered and 2 of them are not.
That's pretty metal.
Okay.
That's not good.
Okay. So I'm on the ceiling, right? I want to run straight across the ceiling. If I do, will the snake on bottom get an opportunity attack since it's like a 15-foot ceiling?
They wouldn't be able to reach. That wouldn't be a 5-foot reach.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 8.
That's so badass. I love that. I love that so much.
Okay. Well, I get just in range of the summoner. Same thing. Focus. Use Kinsey shot to focus on my shuriken for the extra damage, and I chunk the shuriken at the summoner in the back.
All right.
18.
18 hits.
Okay, so the base damage is 4, followed by the Kinsey damage. Another 1. That's fine. 5 points total of damage.
Cool. All right. She's gonna make a concentration roll.
No.
Oh my
Son of a
god.
bitch.
I am rolling so good tonight. I just rolled 2 18s in
God
a row.
damn it.
I'm sorry.
No,
Nice.
you're not.
So you see the damage hit, and she just kind of shakes it off and like works it into how she's like moving with the magic and stuff, and like accepting the pain. That would be Nazumi. Your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna. So there's still 2 snakes. There's the one nearest Tully, and then there's the cultist, right?
They're all
Correct.
cultists.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do a stabby to the one by Tully. Cause I just want to kill them. It's just time.
There you go. Stab it away.
Understandable.
11. Dang it! 11.
An 11
Sadness.
hits. That you.
Oh, it hits.
You
Oh.
found the AC.
Nice.
Oh,
I thought Ty went to the defender. Maybe that was a house roll
I-
I was played under.
I always said meets beats because it's just fun to
Fair.
say.
yeah, no. I think the official 5e rule is meets or exceeds.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Right on. Whichever. Nice. You hit the 8 piercing. Do you get the sneak attack damage if you're flanking as a rogue, or am I
Flanking counts, yeah.
thinking of? Yeah. Okay. Because Tully is technically around the creature, so if you were to move within melee range, which you would have to do, I believe you get the flanking bonus for that. So that means you get the sneak attack damage. I think. Okay. So boom, landed landed a nasty amount of damage. What's it look like when you kill this snake cultist in front of you that was just attacking Tully?
Nice.
Murder.
Can I just
It's just censored and it says murder.
just mutilated? since I would be running, I would be coming from the side, so I would just be slicing this mofo right in half.
All right.
Hey, I ain't even got time for this.
Just coming up with your short sword, catching him off balance as he landed a blow on Tully. You just and like the lower part of him falls away before the top part hits the floor. Just all right, and that moves on to Oliver.
Who's still alive?
At the back of the thing is a cultist that is eating is sending dreams from leprechauns to the giant snake in the back.
I'm still very much raging, so I'm gonna shoot the leprechaun.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna shoot the
Oh,
cultist.
please don't shoot the leprechaun.
Well, they can't send the dreams if there's no more leprechauns.
He's not.
Leprechauns are friends, not food.
That's gonna be an 18.
18 hit, that hits.
So then that's a D10. That's gonna be an 8.
8 damage.
Yeah.
Right. Let me do another concentration check for old summoner. I rolled 3 18s in a row, y'all. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna call cap on that one.
I wish I was lying.
Boo, hiss.
Colin.
So she, again, the bullet catches her and she just, like, inhales the pain as if to enjoy it almost, as she works it into the magic and begins to draw out more nightmares. It goes to Tully at the top of the round.
This scaly hewer.
Here.
This hewer. Okay. I'm gonna take my jolly furry ass over here.
Nice.
Thank you.
Alright.
How close am I to you, bitch? This is 25 feet. Okay. How can I fuck up your day? Let me do some quick maths. Hold down.
Do it.
This is where I was. I was 20 feet, so I have another 15. So give me here. Or no, that would give me here. So I could get to it in the 15. Okay. Okay. I keep forgetting to switch to move my turn. Okay, so that's as far as I can go. With that, I'm going to cast. Hold on. Let me read real quick before I do something big dumb. Okay. Alright. Okay. I'm going to I'm gonna do Ice Knife. Let's roll to hit Ice Knife. Please don't fuck up. There's a 14 hit.
A 14 hits.
Hell yeah.
That pause
okay.
for dramatic effect.
I was sure, but I had to look.
One D. There's 7 piercing damage and 6 cold damage.
It's 13 total. Nice. Ice Knife plunges into her. Let's do another concentration check, and I swear to God, if it's another 18.
If it's another 18.
If it's another 18, you can't DM with those dice anymore.
Yeah, that one caught her off guard, but she barely holds.
I said,
man.
what the fucker?
I rolled exactly what I needed for that. So, that is snakes. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll for her, which she's doing this spell. Ooh, there's a hiccup. Your ice knife causes a sort of a flaw in her magic and that she's casting and weaving, and the nightmare that she's been brewing up on one of the leprechauns seems to fade away, and you see like blink, like a little pink flower pops out, and like some gold coins like scatter out of the nightmare, and she's like, like gets pissed off at this little happy dream that's starting to happen around her. Let's move on to Oron.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and run to where I'm above her, draw the katana, and drop down and try to plunge it in.
All right. That's like a, I mean, I would say an attack roll, but like it's like an acrobatics thing too. Like, you want to make an acrobatics check?
Sure.
All right, let's do that. Oh hell yeah, you land that absolutely. Katana. Oh
And then it's
god.
to hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go.
Roll me
Awesome.
that
And
damage.
Nice.
I didn't press the right button.
Nice.
Holy
Oh,
crap.
Wow.
We're just owning these fuckers.
Like ruining their plans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of
I'm gonna
guns.
make the concentration roll, and as she should, she failed.
Hey.
She is
Finally.
pinned to the floor via katana, bleeding profusely on the edge of her life.
Good.
Finish her.
You see the nightmare magic starting to die around her hands, and this rhythmic like stops behind you as the giant snake rears its head.
Oh.
Alright, so the thing I stabbed is still alive though, correct?
She is still alive, correct? Yes.
Can I go ahead and bonus action to flurry of blows?
Yeah, absolutely. Just finish her off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're gonna have this giant snake on us,
One
crit.
enemy at a
Oh,
time,
the
please.
crit! All right.
That crit would have been really nice against a giant snake.
There we
Hey,
go.
hey, we take what we can get.
So you see that she's still alive, twitching, and this giant snake looms, the eyes glowing, and you just nope. And what does it look like when you kill her? What is your final, like, you just rip the katana out? Do you snap the neck? What's going on here?
So I come down with the katana through just above the clavicle, right
Totally.
through that, and then I drop down a leg sweep. So she falls, and as she falls, I use her own body weight to rip the katana through the chest and pull it out.
Damn.
You see Oron fall from the ceiling, this slash of blood, and the snake priestess is cleaved in two, and behind him, the snake, the rumbling turns into a as if it's trying to take a breath. And its eyes begin to slowly close. And it merges into the shadows at the edge of the room, in the back of the room, and seems to dissipate into the magic of the veil. And it seems like this summoning ritual has been disrupted by your deeds. There are two withered leprechauns on the table that are, oh, thank you, oh god,
Oh.
There's two others that are there begin to wake up and, oh God, what a bloody awful dream that was. And they begin just going on. You hear like Gaelic and all this other like just really thick Scottish tongue begin to echo out through the chamber. And oh God, bloody, what time is it? Oh, you wouldn't believe what a nap I've had. They're checking their watches and their phones and whatnot. And one of them goes, yeah, I know, my accent's off, okay? I haven't practiced. It's been a long week.
No,
And they burst up from the table and they go, oh boys, we got something to do here. It's Paddy's Day. We got to run out to the river. We got a job to do here, laddies. And they see that some of them are still caged up, and then they rush in by the droves. You see like 40 leprechauns pour out of the hallway that you had just released back. They unlock the leprechauns from the cages in the room, and in the back of the room where the snake was sitting, it was actually sitting on a large drain pipe that leads into the Chicago River. And you see that there is like this, there's like some black ichor that seems to be left behind from the ritual. But the leprechauns go over and they're like, oh, bloody time, it is time, it is, lads, it is time. And you see all these leprechauns gather around the hole in the back of the room. And you hear a unanimous zip as the leprechauns begin pissing into the Chicago River. The next morning, the river flows green, and all of Chicago has a wonderful St. Patrick's Day.
Nice.
The end.
That's the story of how we saved Christmas.
Oh, that's amazing.
I really wish Nook could see my face right now.
I've been waiting to say that for a week. Okay, oh man, I had it. I was just like, the Green River is leprechaun piss. It's gotta be. Anyway, so we can roll back a little bit into the chamber if you guys would like to. Are there any like closing scenes we'd like to have? Obviously, Nezumi has been reunited with her long lost loved one. Yeah, so we've had some things happen. Are there any final scenes that you feel like you'd like to share as your character? Oliver's like, I need to sleep.
I think the drugs have finally made a difference.
Dude, yeah, we went long, so if you need to peace out, please
I have
take
to leave, finish actually writing out this stuff. I've been doing that. That's why I was kind of zoned out for the combat encounter. My bad.
Dude, we're fine. It was great.
Thanks for inviting me. It was very fun.
Absolutely,
I enjoyed a lot. It went well.
Go join Pies.
Yeah.
Go follow him. He does things.
Probably gonna play Fallout some more this week. I don't know. Something's gonna happen.
Hell yeah. Alright, we'll see you later, boys. Thanks, dude.
See ya.
Funky camera.
Oh, no! No!
I was like, you're letting him leave. I know exactly what
Pies! Yep. Pies got the last laugh.
Yes,
Alright,
The immersion.
Here, let me just... There I am.
Yeah, just get into frame, everybody. Thank you.
I'm in frame.
Yeah, you're in Pie's frame.
Oh!
Oh, now we disappeared.
That was weird. I didn't even intend for that to happen. That was weird. Anyway, seriously, thank you all for being here. I'm sorry that we can't see you in the camera frames, and I'm sorry that we ran a little long, but holy crap. I had a ton of fun. I hope that you had fun. Awesome. That's amazing. I'm so excited. Chat, thank you guys for being here. As far as
like to do one closing scene.
Closing scene.
Just
absolutely. Absolutely. So she's in here somewhere. Hey, hers actually works. There we go.
Hi. So I'm gonna walk back to my husband, pull out my fan, and lightly just bap him on the head and be like, you have so much explaining to do but I'm hungry, feed me now. And just start walking with him as he's like hobbling out of the tunnel. At it.
As you do that, and
Tunnel.
he's following you, and he's like, "Yes, of course, chicken nuggies as always. The nuggies, I remember."
Damn right, the nuggies.
He as you're walking away, he goes, "About our son."
You have a son?
What about our son? He's with relatives. Right.
He's with an old friend, and he looks over at Tully and says, "Your father and I made sort of a bargain. I'm sorry I had to steal him away, but it was necessary."
Huh?
So, as of now, Natsumi's child, and Tully's father are somewhere in Japan. And with Zhongli and all the info that the snakes had on him, who knows? Who knows what's happening over in Tokyo?
What the fuck?
Y'all getting on a plane.
Me, Dad, what the fuck?
Lucid,
Why are
that's
you
alright,
in
Lucid.
Japan?
Cool. Yeah, thanks you guys again. Let's go ahead and do some just closing statements. I can't do the individual cameras like I set up, but
Because
let's go ahead and go through it. Harley, if you'd like to say anything in closing about what you do or what you do or anything, go for it.
As stated at the beginning, I am a mod for Nook and Cranny. I also mod for Terra, for you to check her out. Other than that, catch me shit posting on Twitter and Instagram. And I have a husky, so you can see a lot of dog pics. This was an amazingly fun run. I'm so glad I did this. I have been trying to get into D&D forever, but never had a group. So thank you, chat, for being encouraging. And thank you, Nook, for letting me join.
Thank you. Thank you for playing. This was so much fun. Mare Bear, can you say some goodbyes?
Oh, okay. Well, first off, this was so much fucking fun. I've been playing D&D for like 5 years now, but I have never played on stream, and this was absolutely phenomenal. I don't really post on tons of things, but you can normally find me chilling here in Nook's chat or on TikTok at Magical Mare Bear. I post lots of D&D and video game content, especially tons of Dragon Age, so if you're into Dragon Age, heyo. But besides that, that's all I've got for now.
Don't. Lucid, close us out, bud. Thanks for playing tonight. What would you like to plug and say to the people?
Will do. So, y'all, thanks again for being here. No, thanks again for having me. I had a blast. I would love to play again. If you ever want to re-invite me, I'm always up. But I'm a family-friendly content creator. I mostly do Final Fantasy XIV, and I know that's kind of blowing up right now. A lot of new players are getting into that. If so, check out my YouTube channel. I have a ton of guides directed at new players to getting into the game. So definitely check that out. But more importantly, to remind everybody that you matter. Thanks for being here.
Right on. Thanks. Thank you, Lucid. You matter too, bud. I always like to remind you back. Yeah, thanks again for playing. Chat, holy crap. Amazing night. I'm going to go ahead and close out of the Discord. Thank you guys for playing. Sincerely. This was an absolute pleasure, absolute blast. And, yeah, we're gonna do it again. You're all gonna get invited back at some point. We got a follow up in Tokyo.
I have to go to Japan now.
Yeah. Lucid, thank you for the sub, bud. We also had a Soft Moth Prince sub with the Prime earlier. I didn't catch that one. Holy crap. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to go ahead and close out the call, though. Have a great night. Get some rest. We went long, but man, I had a great time. So, have a
I
great
never
night.
sleep. Good night.
Good night.
Bye, y'all.